So, what are you doing over there?
Just
You
refreshing
seem
my
very
page.
focused. Refreshing your page.
Yep.
What are you looking at here?
Many different tabs. We got Best Buy, Walmart, PlayStation Direct. You know how it is.
Have you tried Wire Mouth?
No.
Wire Mouth on these nuts? I got you with that one before the show. And I actually feel bad about that because you're just...
Should've
because
got
I'm
it live.
abusing... I know I should have. But I'm just like abusing your desperation. Because I know you do really want a PS5. Everybody does, apparently. Especially scalpers.
They're the best at it.
They're
for
the
some
best
reason.
at it, but
Apparently
really
they can
we're-
get in. No one else can.
Best place to buy a PS5. Okay. Oh, and it gives me department stores or whatever. What does Forbes have to say? The sites you should be. GameStop, Walmart, Target, Penny Trading, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
You don't know what that is either?
Nope.
Oh. It's Penny Trading your mom. That was not as good. Anyway, we can move
So
on
stupid.
to the... I know it is stupid, but it's still funny. And
I guess.
the folks at home can use it on their desperate friends who are slaving away day and night.
Like me.
Their what's refresh? F5? Keys are going to be very tired. You know, they're going to be worn out.
F5.
F5. But today on the show, on the Stagler, because my name's Justin, by the way.
I'm Nick.
Yeah, you know us. You love us. You can't wait for each episode. I mean, I can't imagine what people do. That's what most people do for our show, is they just sit on our YouTube page or whatever, and they just click refresh, and they're like, is the next episode out yet?
All three of them.
Out yet? Exactly. You know, and that takes a lot of time, takes a lot of dedication, and you know what? We're so thankful for it. Anyway,
Yes.
today we're going to be talking about video game movies.
They're so good.
They're so good. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't think people know how good video game movies are.
They're so good.
We need to get the word out about this.
They're fantastic.
But we thought, since the PS5 is coming out, what a better time, and the Xbox.
The Xbox Smoker series.
Okay, that's vape. People are vaping into their Xboxes.
It's so
Sony fanboys, Sony ponies, PS fools
Yeah, that was good.
are buying Xboxes just to blow vape into it to be like, wow, Xbox sucks. Everyone go buy a PlayStation 5 and then sell it on eBay for $2,000.
Isn't that great? Shouldn't that be illegal?
Yeah, yes, it probably should be, but I mean, at least a timed illegal. Like, it's illegal for a month, and then afterwards, buy as many as you want. You know, but like right away, who knows? But I'm not the president, so I can't say anything about that. What was I saying?
I don't know. We were talking about the PlayStation 5 and that nobody can get it.
Right, nobody can get it, but Xbox coming out, I don't know if people can get that. I assume it's similarly kind of tough to get your hands on
I don't know.
consistently. I just imagine, because that's kind of how it always is. Has there ever been one where everyone was like, yes, it was super easy, and I didn't get trampled even a little bit at
Yeah,
a
but this
store?
is like different.
Well, this is also because there's no physical sales anywhere
Yeah, it
in
really
store.
sucks.
Makes sense, though. The Best Buy near us has a model on display. Like, they have one that's out to, like,
I don't want to say anything that can be used against me in a court of law
Okay.
on this podcast.
Sure, but I'm just saying it's there.
If you want to pay a visit to
I've got a
Best
van.
Buy, we can do that.
I've got chains. I can hook it up to a vault, and then we can take the car and...
Wrong pipe. Sorry.
Are you sure?
Yes. I
That's
just
not
took a drink. You saw me.
Okay, whatever you say, man. I guess I'm just gonna. So, continuing on with the show.
All right.
Let's get into the weeks. What have you been doing for the past 2 weeks? Well, we did something, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're in each
well,
other's quarantine pod.
We finally finished a show that we've been watching for a really, really long time.
Like more than a year, definitely.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. It's been a while, but we did it.
We did.
And I went ahead and watched the final episode, even though maybe I shouldn't have.
Yep.
We're talking about, well, you go ahead and explain. It's your show.
Falling Skies.
Do you guys remember Falling Skies? If you don't,
You're welcome to the club.
yeah, nobody seems
The
to
show
talk
is
about it.
highly underrated.
Yeah, I'd have to agree after watching it because I'd heard about it, but I knew nothing about it, and I was surprised that I had heard so little about it because it was relatively quality throughout.
Yes, it is executive produced by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
So I don't know how this flew under the radar.
it happens.
But it came out in like 2011 and it ran until 2015. Is 5 seasons.
Yeah,
And it's about aliens invade the Earth, and it's about a group of people trying to survive
the original
alien attack.
the working title was Alien Invasion,
Was it
which is I think a better name
Falling Sky?
because it gets the point across. Falling Skies, you're like, oh, it's a Chicken Little like reboot kind of thing, but Alien Invasion, it's like I get it.
I get it.
Aliens have invaded.
Right.
The whole show follows Tom Mason, who's
Tom
a
Mason.
history teacher, professor,
College.
yeah, and he just kind of ends up leading a cabal of people and ends up kind of leading humanity to fight against the alien threat. And
The
a bunch of other
Ashveni.
stuff happened. The Ashveni. And then there's the other race, the Vati Vidya or whatever they're called.
Volm.
The Volm.
And the Dornia.
Dornia, because we were talking about Dorn.
Yeah.
And it gets real bad right at the end.
Well, it's really good
It is a
until
good show.
literally the very final episode of the show.
Right. So the thing that this show does is, so it's very sci-fi, and it does go into these, like the physiology of these aliens and stuff like that, how
it's
humans
really
interact
cool.
with these aliens and stuff, especially the ones where you have the completely aggressive race, then the race that they work with, just how the dynamics can work between that. Very interesting stuff. It maybe falls into the same trap that every show like this, like zombie show or whatever, where as the show goes on, the main threat is like no longer the main threat. It's always like, oh, now the people are the main problem. But every show goes through that near the end.
I don't think this show does it too bad, though. Because at least for the most part, they have Tom Mason, who's always like, we need to stop fighting each other.
Right. It's really only the last season that's even a thing, because you get Pope and the army, who are both just human threats. And I mean, really, in the last season, all the alien fighting kind of happens like off screen almost,
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. But it's still happening, which is the thing. It is still happening, which is a plus. What I really like about this show, to recommend it to people, is that a lot of likable characters. I think most of the cast is likable, which is something that I usually don't find. I usually attach to like one character, and I still did. I like Ben a lot. Ben's my man. But everybody had qualities that I admire or got better. And the aliens are just cool. Cool design. The skitters
are cool.
Little skitters, they're
mechs and
they crawl around and stuff.
heads.
They're all very, very neat.
They're cool. Yeah, and they're mostly practical.
Yeah, that's
Which is
a
really cool.
big thing about
a
it
lot
too.
of just crazy makeup and costumes and stuff. Cool gore.
When it is CGI though, it is like, oh, okay. This
Yeah,
show
but you
is
gotta
older.
remember it's a TV show, number one,
Yeah.
so the budget's already lower, and it's also from like 2012.
Right. So that's never really like a stopping point for me where I'm like, oh, I can't handle it. It's always well done, especially for what they had.
Yeah.
But when you get up close to those skitters and they're the practical effects, like,
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
it's a very, very, very well done in that respect. Goes a lot of places, like I said, a lot of sci-fi things that you wouldn't maybe expect from the offset. You'd be like, oh, we're going into like weird mutant hybrid territory.
Yeah, a lot of crazy
Okay.
like alien type stuff going on that you don't really see, like aliens like turning humans into like demon monsters.
Right. Yeah, it gets very interesting. Or humans using alien stuff to make themselves better.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. A lot of interesting dynamics that I'm really glad the show went through with. They didn't touch a subject and then just kind of glaze over it. If they ever introduced something, they really went for it and explored it to its totality,
Yeah.
However, it really is just the last episode with this
It really
show
is.
because it has a good pace. The whole entire show, it goes at a steady pace, and the last episode just ends, and the show's just over, and you're kind of just like, really? It's this huge battle that you're like, it's going to be so epic. There's going to be all this stuff happening. All your characters are there, and then it's really just like the main human and the main alien for like 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. She's like, I'm the queen.
I'm the queen. You killed my daughter, and now I'm here to exact revenge. And then he's like, or nah.
He's like, yeah, you're dead.
You're dead,
And
bitch.
everything's dead. And he's like, I'm the president now.
That's also a little weird. He's like literally the president. I don't know if Tom Mason would be a good president.
Well, he didn't want to be the president.
To be fair, I liked how it was like he was a history professor. So the idea of him being like, oh, he'll build on the old past because he'll know all of it and just kind of how it works. I like that kind of idea of it. But Tom Mason probably needs therapy, if anything.
He's been through a lot.
Really? Actually, you know what? He has, but he hasn't. Who did he lose? His wife and his daughter.
Yeah.
And that's it. He actually came out pretty unscathed.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of traumatic moments for him.
Yes. But compared to other characters like a Pope.
Well, and he lost his second wife too, but, you know.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Fair enough.
For a time at least.
The alien invasion is rough for everybody.
No one gets out clean.
Yeah, last episode. I don't think it's so bad that it ruins the show, but it's definitely like
Yeah,
okay.
it's disappointing. It's disappointing.
I was making a joke earlier, but Falling Skies is a great title. I love it.
Has a great title sequence.
Exactly. That's what I was getting to. The title sequence is just this like static effect that kind of comes across the screen with the nice like tone underneath it. Just gets you in the mood. You're like, yeah, let's
go.
But Falling Skies.
If I could just get like one person
To watch it?
to watch this show.
Even an episode or like actually watch the show?
The whole show. Well, here's the thing too. If you watch the show, watch all the way up until the second before the last episode, and then you can make a decision. You can be like, I can stop here and I can just have it all live in my head, or I could watch the last episode and probably be disappointed.
I would say, I think I've already said this before, but like know what happens, but then just kind of make up how it gets there your own way. So you're like, they defeat him and he becomes president, and then just imagine how that happens and don't actually look up how it actually happens.
Right.
Because it really does just like happen. They never actually explain it, how he's president. Everyone's just like, yeah, okay. He is leading them, so it makes sense. But
yeah. I don't know. But I really like this show.
Yeah. I will say, though, that the first season is pretty different from the rest, I think, just because it was just getting off the ground. And it's a little lower budget, it seems, because there's only ever like a few aliens at a time, it seems. But, you know, still good. So if you like the season, you'll probably like the rest. Because it only goes up, really, as far as what's going on goes, you know. But, yeah. I like Pope and Ben.
Cochise is my man.
And Cochise, Doug Jones himself.
Doug Jones.
Pulling it off with Cochise. Very cool. Very cool guy. He's a big alien fish boy, like Shape of Water.
Literally.
He's Shape of Water, man. Bigger penis, though.
Huge.
Giant. Other than that, if you're done.
I'm done.
Yeah. The Mandalorian. 2 more episodes.
Yeah, episode 2 and episode 3.
Okay, let's start with episode 2. If I could say it in
was
frog.
better.
If I could say it in frog, I would say. And we're probably going to get banned off of Twitch for what I just said, but that's fine. It was entertaining. It was shorter, for one, which is nice.
Yeah, I know. Thank the Lord. The first one was so long.
But maybe this was just me. And of course, we don't know because it'd be the rest of the season. But episode 2 felt so inconsequential to me when the first episode also felt relatively inconsequential.
Yep.
Where episode 2 was even more so, that I was kind of like, okay, episode 3, let's get some stuff rolling. Because like I was like, this is like nothing. It's like a side story.
It's like filler episodes.
I'm sure Frog Lady's going to come back and she's going to have a double-sided lightsaber and she's going to be like, you know, or whatever. Like
she's a Sith.
That's, oh my gosh. That
you
could
heard
totally
it right
be
here.
It. She could give each little tadpole's lightsabers and like force throw them at the Mandalorian. And they could be like, what?
That'd be good.
That would be good. And then Baby Yoda would just eat them. He'd be like, yuck.
Nom. But yeah, I don't know. Episode 2 was better than the first one, but I can't say that I really enjoyed it that much.
The spire designs were kind of cool.
Yeah, the visuals are nice, but they always are because they
Yeah.
have $200 billion.
The one thing that I do like is that this season seems at least a little less dark than the first season. The first season was so dark all the time. I could never see what was actually happening on the screen, and it drove me insane. It was like that episode of Game of Thrones, but forever.
But forever.
But season 2, it's a lot brighter, which is nice.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I've noticed that.
Again, nothing to say. He gets the frog lady. She's like, get the eggs to Trask, and he's like, okay.
Boo, you can't go warp speed.
Right, and then they crash, and then he's like, this sucks, and then they leave.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Literally.
And episode 3, they get
good.
to Trask.
Episode 3 is good.
Episode 3 is good. It's like the first rock solid one. It's also even shorter than the second episode.
Yes, keep the short ones.
I keep them this length, though. Don't go to 20 minutes, because then you're...
Let's just make them like 5-minute quibbies.
You know what? I'm coming around on that. Disney Plus, just make a new Quibi. A Quibi section.
Disney Quibby.
Dwibby.
Quizney.
Okay. Quizney sounds more like a brain game on your phone.
Quibney.
Though. Quibney. There we go. That sounds like something you would name your child in 40 years. This is my daughter Quibney Hufflepuff. You know?
Yeah.
Episode 3, we get... He's trying to... Again, the whole point is he's trying to find Mandalorians, more of his kind.
More of my
I'm trying
kind.
to find more of my kind. Can you direct me to the people? That's you. Are you fluent in frog? That's really good. Like, seriously.
Thanks.
He gets trapped by some like fishermen.
Oh, okay.
What?
I want to talk about this for a second.
Okay.
In almost every single episode of The Mandalorian, season 1 and season 2 so far, they put Baby Yoda in extreme peril.
Yes.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And it's very upsetting to me, but that's not the point.
Okay.
The point is that why is almost everybody in this universe just okay with murdering a baby?
Well, he's 50 years old, okay? He's not a baby anymore.
But you know what I mean, though? Like, they're just standing there, and they put the fish in, and the dude just whacks Baby Yoda into the ocean, and he gets eaten by a giant monster.
Yes, but
No remorse.
Okay. I would have to assume that good people would have no, like, use. Good people probably won't know Mandalorians, because what would a normal Mandalorian, be doing with, like, normal people, you know? So the only people who would know about Mandalorians would be like bad guys, and bad guys would kill babies.
But not all. I feel like most bad guys, like if you went
He's 50 years old.
Like if you went to a prison and you showed them a picture of Baby Yoda and you'd be like, would you murder this child? They would. I would say I think that most of them would probably say no.
But how did they ever say how much Beskar armor is worth?
It's a lot.
Is it
it's
like
a
million credits?
It's a lot.
So if you showed them that picture and said, would you kill this baby for $1 million, you still think they'd all say definitely not?
Well, see, that's the thing.
I'm just surprised so many people like know about Beskar armor. Like that's universal. Everyone's like, yeah, and they can identify it like on site. It is very shiny and nice.
It's very noticeable.
But they're like, yes, that exactly.
I don't know.
I know it by name and everything. I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. But yeah, they trap him. They feed him to a Mogwai or whatever.
I don't know.
And
he gets saved.
He gets saved by
Mandalorians?
Well, yeah. Why do you say it like that?
Well, because
they're Clan Kreese.
Get to the next
because it's
plot
Bo-Katan.
OMG.
From the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, guys.
And it's voiced by the same actress and played by the same actress, Katie Sackhoff, so it's the same lady. And she's Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Which is very, very cool. She's great. I love her. She does a good job. And
good job.
She was great in this episode.
And then, yeah, and Ahsoka got name dropped finally in this episode.
Apparently, it's going to be like a next episode. We might expect to see Ahsoka Tano, a.k.a. Ahsoka Rosario Dawson Tano.
Yeah.
Because that is who's playing her, right?
Yeah.
That's very cool. I had a thought.
Okay.
We don't know. Okay, so in the sequel trilogy, we hear... Okay, obviously, Ahsoka would have to be really old to still be alive. But we hear her as a Force ghost, so she's dead.
Yep.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know how she died yet.
Yeah, we're about to see it.
Is she going to die in The Mandalorian?
She gotta.
Is that going to be her thing? Is she going to save Baby Yoda and Baby Yoda? I don't know.
I hope so.
You hope she dies?
Well, yes, because she has to. If she doesn't, then it would just make Rise of Skywalker even worse.
Well, no, because she could always just like pass away peacefully.
Yeah, I know, but why?
You'd rather have her go out heroically.
That's no fun.
That is a weird thing, though, isn't it? How it's like if you have a hero, imagining them just like kind of dying in their bed is kind of lame. You're like, oh, you're this superstar, and you just kind of like died in a hospital bed. Cool. Like, even though that's the best case scenario for most people.
Right.
It's like, no, you need to get like stabbed in the gut because you're protecting a little girl.
Yeah.
That's the cool way to
Literally.
go. But I don't know. I would be interested in seeing if that happens. It would make The Mandalorian important because right now The Mandalorian's not super important to the grand scheme of things as far as the Skywalker saga, I guess. It's just like a fun thing. But it would add a little bit like, oh, this is an important part of Ahsoka's thing. And
yes.
Who knows? I don't know what.
Yes.
190
cows.
Panthers. Banthas are what they call the like ox creatures.
Oh, okay.
The ones look like Muppets. I don't know. I would be interested in seeing what happens. But anyway, the Mandalorians and him, well, the Mandalorians get together and they hijack an Empire ship.
They do. And
because he helps, that's why Bo-Katan's like, yeah, okay, this is where Ahsoka Tano is on Corvus or whatever it was.
Yeah, go see her.
Go see her. She's hanging out. Even though at this point, isn't she not a Jedi? Like, she's a Force user and everything, but I'm pretty sure she'd be, exiled or
right,
whatever.
Because she was exiled.
So,
yeah.
I guess it's close enough. I don't think normal people really care if they're part of the actual order or not.
Yeah.
Do they use lightsabers and have the Force? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that's exciting. I want to see live action Ahsoka.
That'd be cool.
It's cool.
I'm ready for it.
And the whole thing with Bo-Katan is that she needs the Darksaber back, which of course Moff Gideon has. Right. That's her whole goal. So I assume by the end of the season, or maybe even by the end of the show, it's going to be like everybody getting it back. Maybe we'll see, what's her name? The lady who takes care of with the droids.
I hate her.
What? She's my favorite character. I love her.
I think she's a nice person. I think it's the actress.
I love the actress too.
I don't like her performance.
Oh, I love it. I think it's perfect. I think it's
Okay.
perfect because it's just like juxtaposed against the Mandalorian, who's just like, tell me where I need to go. She's like, oh, well, why didn't you just say so, you big lug? I just think it's kind of funny.
It
and
bothers
then
me.
Baby Yoda's just there as like a baby, and he's like,
Baby Yoda's cute.
Baby Yoda likes her, so that means he would hate you and he would force choke you.
Cool.
Ugh.
That's fine.
Gross. Pervert.
Oh my gosh, get your head out of the gutter.
Your head is in the gutter.
No, it's not.
Would you have anything else to say about the Mandalorian?
No.
I hope it continues being good. From now on.
Continues. Yeah, I was about to be like, well, I don't know.
From now on, I hope it stays this quality. Right, exactly. So what else did you do? Because I think that ends what we
I
shared.
watched a movie, kind of.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Well, I watched The Hunt for the Wilder People.
I've heard of that.
Directed by Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
And I watched it, but like, this movie's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
And I was at like the hour and 20-minute part probably, and I fell asleep. Not because I was bored, but because I just fell asleep because I was tired.
I had that with King Kong, but it happened in the first 10 minutes, and I woke up at the last 5 minutes.
And I woke up, and it said directed by Taika Waititi. And I was like, dang it.
Damn.
I don't know what happened. But from what I saw, I liked it.
Okay.
It was nice. It's a little cute little story, a little funny story about a kid, an orphan kid who can't really stay at, like, and the people he goes to stay with always send him back or whatever. So he gets sent out to this place kind of in the middle of nowhere in New Zealand. And then he kind of likes it there, but then the mom dies, and then he's like, dang, because he liked the mom a lot, and the dad was always kind of just like, get away from me. And then so they're like, dang it, and then the people are gonna come back to get him, but he's like, I don't want to leave, so he runs away. And then the dad goes to find him, and then they like
hunt
live
him
in the wilderness.
And they hunt him.
Yeah, and then all the like child people, what are those people called?
Children.
No, the people from the orphanage.
Orphans? Foster parents or whatever, like the
people that like control the government.
People, the politician. I don't know.
No, like the people. No, the people that like control the foster care system or whatever, and like the cops.
I suppose
they go
fosters.
out and they hunt them.
Okay.
They're the wilder people.
Like with guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're not gonna like kill him. They just want to get the kid.
Oh, so not hunting for food, they're hunting for sport.
They're hunting to They're hunting to find them.
Okay. I thought it was hunt like we're gonna eat good tonight. That's fine. That's still cool, even if it's not that.
Yeah.
It'd be cooler if it was, but
the kid is. Do you remember from Deadpool 2, the kid with the fire fists?
yeah,
That's the kid
from
in
Sky
the
High.
movie. He's not in Sky
Well, no,
High.
but his character becomes the character in Sky High. Like that's the timeline.
Yeah. He's the kid in the movie, and
Cool.
I think he's funny. Taika Waititi has a really funny cameo where he's a priest, and I think that part's really funny.
Okay.
Taika Waititi, I think at this point he's solidified himself as a pretty solid director.
I'd have to agree.
His IMDb is pretty impressive. He's a pretty funny writer too.
Yeah.
I really enjoy most of his stuff. I'd never seen this one that seems like it kind of flies under the radar for him, but I'd say it's probably one of his better.
Weirdly
works.
enough, Taika Waititi is actually pretty high on my list of like people I'd want to like talk to as far as like filmmakers go.
Mm-hmm.
He's just pretty high up there because I don't know. I just think he has an interesting way of working in film and stuff. I'd really like to talk to him someday. So
Yeah. But I don't know how it ends.
Right.
So, but I'm sure it had a little sweet ending.
They kill them back. They hunt them back, and they're like, "But
And
we're
they
out
just
for
murder-
blood."
They just murder everybody.
Right. I don't know.
But I don't know. But
Sounds
from
good.
what I saw, I liked it.
Are you gonna go
Very
back and
cute
finish
movie.
it
Probably.
like soon?
I don't know.
Okay.
No promises.
All right.
And then I did something, kind of but also not, mostly me.
Okay.
I played Ghost of Tsushima. I
You
finally
did,
finished it.
yes.
You watched
The ending.
via share play, the ending, like the final mission or whatever. And that was cool. And then I decided to, since I was pretty close anyway, I decided to just go ahead and platinum trophy the game.
Cool.
And I felt pretty good about it.
Sure.
How
What's your gamer score now?
I don't know. Is that a thing?
No.
I thought that was only on Xbox.
Now I think they have levels. Like your level like 94.
Oh, I have 4 platinum trophies now, counting Ghost of Tsushima, which is kind of weak, I know.
I have like 12, I think.
Well, you don't have the Destiny 2 one, I know that.
I think I have the Destiny 1 one.
Yeah, because we did Flawless Raider
Yeah.
together. Ghost of Tsushima, I've talked about it a lot already.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. I think it should win Game of the Year.
Okay. What do you think of?
What about The Last of Us 2? What do you? That game's a
Right.
masterpiece.
I was gonna say, what do you think about? And I guess spoilers for Ghost of Tsushima. The ending having a choice like that. Do you like that?
I like it.
Okay.
Because, it doesn't, affect anything, super big. But it's just kind of like, at the end, you can do this or you can do this. And I've noticed, at least when I was going around platinuming the game at the end, talking to people, they'd be like, I'm sorry, I heard about your uncle. And he's like, he lived a good life or whatever.
Right.
So I wonder what, those characters would say if I didn't.
Probably
They'd just
basically
be
the same
Fuck
thing.
you, Ghost.
No, he'd probably say the same thing, but then Ghost would just say something different.
So I don't know. But yeah, the game's pretty great. It's beautiful.
It's very pretty.
It's got fun combat. It's got a decent story. Story's probably the weakest part of the whole game.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty straightforward and kind of predictable, but it's still engaging. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see.
But that's not really the point. The point is this giant world and exploring the whole world and stuff, and it's really cool.
All I have to say is Rip Kage.
Oh my gosh, that was so sad.
Rip
I don't
Kage,
talk
man.
about it. But now I have Sora.
Let's go, Sora.
Yeah, which he did start talking to it, by the way. So
This looks like a good spot to find some ingredients.
Hi, I'm Sora.
You're gonna be completed. See
See
ya.
ya.
Oh, people who don't know what we're talking about, don't worry about it. Yeah, cool.
And then this whole past week, one of my favorite games, Destiny.
Okay, I'm gonna just face this way and you just talk.
Okay, Destiny Beyond Light came out on Tuesday, and I've been playing it every day to try to grind my light up for the raid next Saturday to try to race for World's First. And Destiny Beyond Light, I kind of like it. I've seen a lot of people kind of complaining about it, but I think they're just kind of a bunch of babies that just can never be, what's the word?
Placated, appeased.
They can never be pleased. They always got to complain about something.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. They added the new destination Europa, and they brought back the Cosmodrome from D1.
Europa? I hardly know ya.
And there's a lot of cool new things to do.
Sounds fun. I wish I had people to play that with.
They brought back me.
We're not getting into this drama on air. All right. Fire team of 3. There's no room for people sometimes.
Well,
I'm just saying
for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you have more to say?
Yeah, they brought back Varix. You remember Varix from D1?
Varix. Yes. Varix.
Fallen guy. They brought him back. Finally, he's been doing a lot of stuff like in the lore behind the scenes, but now he's finally coming back like in the game. Same thing with the Exo Stranger.
Yeah.
Some people like to call her Sexy Mama.
That is not me. I do not like to call her that. I like to call her Sexy Stepsister.
And the story is coming to a crescendo here. So I'm kind of really excited to see how everything's going. The lore is getting really good. I'm big into the lore. So
what is the plan with Destiny going on to the PS5? Is it they're not doing a new game?
No
soon?
Destiny 3. They already said they're no Destiny 3. They're just
especially because splitting with Activision,
adding on to the current thing.
Okay, cool.
And in December they're releasing like a optimization update for the PlayStation 5.
Right. How long do you think the PS4 is going to stay like supported?
Well, I'm trying to think because when back
PS3?
in D1, the PS3, when the third DLC for Destiny 1 came out, Rise of Iron, that's when they left PS3 and Xbox 360 behind.
That was what? Wasn't that like the second year
of PlayStation 4?
I don't know.
Well, Destiny was a launch title on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So it was like a few years, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But I don't know how crazy they're going to make the DLCs coming up because we don't really know what the PS5 is really capable of.
Right, because the whole thing with it is like the loading and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like the big deal.
I mean, the PS4 has already had its limit with this game.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much longer, but hopefully it won't matter. Hopefully I can get one.
Check. Have you checked lately?
I'll check right now.
Let's
Ready?
check right now.
Let's go. Refresh.
One live
and
on the show.
Oh dang! Out of stock.
Well,
oh, here we go. Walmart.
Let's go Walmart.
Ooh, dang it. Here we go. Best Buy. Ooh, damn.
Okay.
Well, we tried.
Did you check Shogun?
I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna do this.
Okay.
But yes, I like Beyond Light.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I have nothing to say other than I don't know. There's a big hole on the near Zavala, and I don't know what happened.
The Almighty blew up. Rasputin blew up the Almighty.
Okay.
Remember the Almighty from the campaign?
I do.
And it comes crashing down, and a big piece of it crashes into the tower.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Was that your week?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. I watched 2 other things. I watched a French movie from 1964 directed by Jacques Demy that I've been meaning to watch for a very long time called Les Parapluies de Cherbourg, or The Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
Fantastic.
It is an opera.
Oh,
it is 100%
Hold on,
singing.
stop.
Okay.
You have to do the rest of this review in opera. Let's go.
C'est 100% de chanteuse.
In English.
Oh, okay. Well. No, I'm not going to do that.
Damn it.
It is all singing. It's just about a young girl and a young man who meet and they fall in love. And then life kind of happens. And, sometimes maybe you don't always end up with, the
Doesn't life always happen?
Well, exactly. Life always happens.
Damn.
Life goes, c'est la vie, even.
C'est la vie.
Famous French, I think. So, anyway, it's very good. I won't take too much time. The colors, the wallpapers in this movie, wow.
Wallpaper.
Because it's like crazy colors, and it's like one's like red floral, and the other one's just like cyan.
Nice.
It's like, okay, that's just the style. The music, again, it's all music, so it's all good. It's got all the different rhythms and tempos and everything going in. It's just like a normal movie. It's great. There are a few bit singers who cannot sing, which is kind of funny.
Damn.
But it helps because you're like, oh, I guess not everybody, I don't know, just in this weird world where everything's a song.
Yeah.
My favorite interactions were between the mother and the daughter, where the mom was basically like, hey, this bum is no good for you. And she was like, okay, mom, your husband is dead.
Oh, fantastic.
Or whatever. It was really good. So just to spoil it, they don't end up together. They have very different lives because he gets drafted to the war, so he's gone away, and she moves on with her life. But she's kind of pressured into it. It's a good movie. Just watch it. But they meet one more time at this gas station that they always talked about how they'd own together, and he finally got it. And they meet there, and they have one final conversation, and they talked about like the kids they have. So she has a daughter named Francoise, and he has a son named Francois, which is like the male version. So it's just like kind of this parallel thing of these two people who maybe should have been together but didn't.
Like La La Land.
If I would change one thing about this movie, that final conversation, I would have had them just talk, not sing. They would just be like, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, well,
Oh.
Because it would have just added to the whole, like, this can no longer happen. It's kind of the magic of it is just gone. So it's just imagining the whole movie you watch, it's singing, and in the end, it's just so how's it been? Good.
Dang.
Oh, okay. If I had to change one thing. But then it wouldn't be an opera, so who knows?
Dang.
Maybe my choice is dumb. Maybe the Jacques
stupid
Demy
head.
knew what he was doing.
Stupid head.
But I really enjoyed it. I might even pick it up. I thought it was really, really good.
Does it have a Criterion release?
I don't know. I didn't check.
Dang.
And then I watched an anime, which is different for me.
The anime, right?
I watched... I watched 4 episodes of Attack on Titan.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Only 4. You've been trying to make me watch the show since like 2017 or something.
We're on track.
And 4 episodes, so, I'm like an hour and 20 minutes in or whatever. So the last thing that happened, just because I don't know if you'd remember what 4 episodes
I remember
is.
all.
So what's the end of the 4th episode?
Lay it down on me. The 4th episode. Oh, man.
Don't say it because
I could spoil if
what
I
happens
think too
is...
far. Oh, jeez.
Oh, careful. He finishes his training. He's up on the wall, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be such a great scout. And then a giant Titan appears behind him, and everyone's just like, what? And that's where I stopped watching.
Oh, man. Good cliffhanger.
For now. Yeah, I thought it was good because I watched it all in one chunk. And I was like, okay, yeah, I know what's going to happen next time so I can come back.
Yeah.
Should I?
Ooh.
I have thoughts already.
Oh, yes.
One, I like it. I like it a lot. I like all the characters. Connie's my favorite. I like Connie Springer.
That's Sam's favorite.
Yeah. Sam's great. Here's the thing. So we have his dad's whatever, the basement. Connie. I have no idea.
Oh, I know about the basement.
If I had to make predictions off of 4 episodes.
Oh, man. Here we go.
I can make some.
Okay, here.
Aaron... Either his father he had a flashback that he got injected with something. You don't just show that for no reason. So Aaron is either like some kind of like the injection will like make him turn into a Titan, or it stops him from becoming a Titan, or something like that. It's gonna be something weird like that. The basement is kind of cheating because I know there's a time skip in the final season. Right. So I don't think what's in the basement, and I know we already know what's in the basement. So I don't think anything that's in the basement is gonna be like a weapon or like tech. I think it's going to be like knowledge. I think it's going to be like, this is where the Titans are from. And it's going to be like, go finding out where they come from. So I think it's going to be like a map or something. And it's going to be like, it's a map to the civilization where the Titans are born and blah, blah, blah. It's like a cave, something like that.
A cave.
Mikasa, no idea what's up with Mikasa.
Love her.
I have no, she's obviously got something going on.
Love Mikasa.
I have no idea what it is. Sasha.
Love Sasha.
Likes potatoes.
She loves potatoes.
That's all is my prediction is that will not change.
That's a good one. That's your most solid one.
I hate the one thing I hate about this show.
Don't say it.
I hate Armin.
I knew you would say that.
I hate him so much.
It's only been 4 episodes. Give the man a chance.
No.
Just wait until he becomes the best.
No. I hate him so much.
Why? Because he's a little bitch?
Yeah. That's it. I'm like, Armin, you little stupid
you
twerp.
know, you know.
I hate him.
You'll
Maybe
end
he'll
up
get
liking
better.
him.
Hey, it's like that one Pro ZD thing where they're like, hey, this character's really good. And he's just like, oh, I peed and pooped my pants at the same time, guys. And he's like, no, trust me. He gets better later. Oh.
He only poops his pants. He doesn't pee.
Okay, sure. Fair enough. The whole thing that happened with Aaron's mom was messed up, but, you know.
Very
cool.
tough look for her. Oh, man. Oh,
Yeah, very rough.
hurry up.
But I am excited to keep watching. I don't know really the direction that the show is gonna go, other than my prediction that they're gonna like hunt the Titans instead of being hunted by the Titans by the end of it. You know, that's the only thing I can really think of for something to happen. But all the in between time, I don't know. Other than like just defenseless, you know, or you know, just defending themselves nonstop, just like, okay, this is a problem and we can't really do anything because we're trying to stay alive. You know, other than that, I'm not really sure what's gonna go with that. Obviously, interpersonal relationships are gonna be happening, but I like it so far. It's good. I hope I get an inkling of what Mikasa's deal is, because obviously there's something. Is she an alien? Maybe. Why are you looking at me? Is she actually Marilyn Casa Monroe?
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta say is Mikasa Isukasa, right?
See. Or should I say, hi.
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 But that's it. I've only watched 4 episodes, so again,
Well, you have, what day is it? It's November 14th.
as of recording, yeah,
And it comes out December 7th. So you have
I'll be done.
You have that many days.
I will be done by the next time. I expect to be much further along by next episode. So, because it's the only show that I'm watching right now.
I'm so excited.
I'm not watching another show. It's the only one I got. Well, The Mandalorian, but that doesn't count because it's just 1 episode, so
Yeah.
I can't binge it. But yeah, it started, and here we are.
Finally. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. This is great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm glad. And then we can talk about it on the show when it actually final season comes out.
Yes.
It'll be good.
Don't
Get
talk about
excited,
it.
because I don't watch a lot of anime, so I don't know why I'm doing this. Here's the thing. I've watched so many of your shows at this point. When are you going to watch, like, Z Nation?
You told me not to, I thought. That one
I
time.
know. I did tell you not to just because I didn't want you to not like it, but still. I need to find something that you need to watch. Or Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, but that's not your show.
Kind of. I've watched it and you haven't. That's all I mean.
Yeah, but I've wanted to see it before.
Or The Wire. But
You
you're not
told
gonna
me
watch
not
The
to
Wire.
watch The Wire.
I know I told you, just because I know you, and I'm just like... I'm just saying that
So
like,
here
I
we
know
are,
your
guys.
opinion will be wrong about it, so just don't.
Oh.
Anyway, we can move on.
You hear that?
To the news, if you'd like, if you're ready to move on.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever. How's the PS5 going?
Let's try it out. Here we
Let's
go.
try it out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
The thing is huge, by the way.
Yes, it's massive.
Ginormous.
Damn it.
I heard it's 14 times the size of a Switch.
Well, the
That's not
Switch is
true. I
like
didn't
really
know that,
tiny.
but-
There's no way it's that much bigger though, because
It could
it's
be.
big, but it's probably the size of this laptop. Like length.
Oh,
like,
sure. Yeah.
Terms of like that, maybe a little bigger.
Yeah. Maybe.
No luck. No luck.
We have bad news coming off at the start of the news.
I know.
Alex Trebek, 80 years old. He's passed away on November 9th, I believe, or the 8th. And that one sucks. That one, you know, back in the day, it was Jeopardy like every day,
Mm-hmm.
you know? It was like right after like Wheel of Fortune, I think.
Right after Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, yeah. and it
I
was
always
just
watch Wheel of
Jeopardy.
Fortune and Jeopardy. Try to watch it as often
I
as possible.
skipped Wheel of Fortune, but I
Love
was always
Wheel
there
of
for
Fortune.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And we still have so many episodes to go back and watch and enjoy.
Mm.
But it's definitely a change, and it sucks. But he had a good life, you know. He was loved by many. He was an absolute savage. So
He was an absolute savage.
he could be, yeah. But yeah, that sucks that happened. But
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be different now.
yeah, it's gonna be very different. It will be interesting at least seeing it go forward. If they're gonna commit to just, you know, the new head and just keep going with it like forever, you know what I mean?
Mm.
But that doesn't stop there. Fun. Ken Spears, co-creator of Scooby-Doo, also passed away at 82. And yeah, that's another huge production. Like Scooby-Doo's a huge franchise.
Mm.
That's it's kind of happening now. I guess we're gonna see it more and more. Only
2020 continues.
These well, yeah, if you put it that way, it is pretty messed up. But yeah, so just to get those two out of the way, I suppose, and move on to some happier news.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, Jonathan Depp, forced to exit Fantastic Beasts franchise. I was talking to the police the other day, and they said that even if you are proven to not have like murdered someone, they can still arrest you. Just because evidence doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just go to jail. It doesn't matter.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Even though Johnny Depp did nothing wrong. #, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
Here's the thing. What's the real reason here, right?
I don't know.
Johnny Depp is like the most expensive actor ever, I think.
Oh, really?
So it's probably just like, we don't want to fucking pay Johnny Depp for these movies that perform shittily.
Well, maybe they should be better.
Well, yeah, but you can blame J.K. Rowling for that.
Oh, boy.
Get her to stop screenwriting and just get something better to get Aaron Sorkin on it. But he's out of there. I mean, you can talk more about this because I don't even know who he is.
Who Johnny Depp is?
The character, I don't know who the character is.
Grindelwald?
Yeah.
He's just like Voldemort's homeboy,
Oh, okay.
villain.
Okay.
Well, they're kind of gay together, but not really.
Is that one of those JK things where she's like, by the way, just so you know.
I don't know how that worked, but they
were really into fisting.
But he like turned bad in Voldemort. Dumbledore went good.
Yeah.
And he gets, I mean, he's like one of the bigger villains. He's basically like him and Voldemort, from my knowledge.
Yeah.
And I thought he does a really good job portraying him. And now they're just like, nope.
Wait, is there a plan?
They were gonna make 5 movies.
Right, but they're still making another one. Is currently in production. It'll be just recast. So it'll just be a new person. That's such a way to
well, here we go.
Has that ever worked out good? Yes, it has, actually.
In Harry Potter. Literally in Harry Potter.
That's what I was thinking.
It has worked.
It has worked, so it's not bad. But it was also very easy to... I don't know. It has worked, though. It also worked in Iron Man. They recast Rhodey.
Yep.
And nobody cared about that. And that was probably a good change, too. So, yeah, it does. It can work. Replacing Johnny Depp, though?
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a little bit tougher. Maybe if they got, like, a little CGI lizard to replace him.
There we go.
The Geico guy. Is he free? Is he too busy with Geico?
Hold up. Who are we casting?
Oh, to replace Grindelwald?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Think about
off the top of my head. Any ideas at all?
It's tough because Johnny Depp was like so good.
Elijah Wood. He can be in
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. That's not bad. Oh wait. I don't know. Daniel Craig.
No.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Now we got it. There it is. That's a
work.
good one.
It could work, maybe. Put him in some makeup. Get Daniel Radcliffe to replace Grindelwald.
That'd be funny, actually.
Nick Cage. I know you love Nick Cage.
Actually, though,
low key,
I don't think it's good, but the movies are so bad anyway.
Oh, it would just make them better.
That just throw Nick Cage on there. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go for it.
I don't know. I can't really think of any. Ezra Miller's already in the movies, so he can't replace him.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a toughie. Whatever. I'm
John
sure they'll
Cusack.
come up with a terrible idea.
Kevin Spacey. Jack Black.
Jack Black is Grindelwald.
Good.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
Christopher Nolan had an intervention the other day. Christopher Nolan, we had an episode all about him. And
we did.
We brought this up.
Well, how can you not?
Chris Time for Nolan says fellow directors have called to complain about his inaudible sound. Interstellar sound backlash left Nolan a little shocked at how conservative people are when it comes to sound. There is a quote in here that drives me insane.
Is it a Christopher Nolan quote?
Yes.
Oh, great. read it to me.
Okay. How do you feel about sound design while I look for it?
It's very important.
Right. But it's also very loud, right?
Oh, in his movies
Yes.
specifically? Oh, I thought you just meant sound design in general.
No. In his
Yes,
movies.
it's usually very loud, and he likes the music to be much louder than anything else.
Right. Here's the thing. He says here, I was a little shocked to realize how conservative people are when it comes to sound. Because you can make a film that looks like anything. You can shoot on your iPhone. No one's going to complain. But if you mix the sound a certain way, or if you use certain sub-frequencies, people get up in arms. Christopher Nolan, fuck off with that. That is not the same thing at all. The actual comparison would be if someone got the best camera they had, and then instead of shooting the actors, they just shot a chair while all the action happened off screen. Like, that's the actual comparison. Because the point is, I can't fucking hear what your characters are saying. So it's like if the camera was just pointed at if they left the lens cap on, and they were just like, I'm really surprised how conservative people are with the lens cap thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's such
I know what you mean.
It's totally a bad comparison on his part.
That is pretty stupid.
It actually made me mad how bad it was, and that they didn't call him out. I like, how loud his movies can get. I do like that. But you can do that and then also make the dialogue audible. They're not,
Yeah.
So it's...
Yeah, that's strange.
Just fix your thing.
Yeah, that's funny.
But...
Oh, Chris Time.
It's enough that actual directors are calling him up and being like, no, dude, for real though. What the fuck is happening in Interstellar? He's the bad guy? I didn't know that. It's like stuff that we're trying to kill humanity. Oh, that's the mission? Good to know. I didn't get that even a little bit. Anyway. Christopher.
Chris.
Your first movie was really good. The following, make a sequel.
I don't know about.
I liked it. I knew what was happening.
In the following?
Yeah.
Or it's not it's just following.
Just following, you're right. Anyway, The Mandalorian and Mr. Robot are superheroes in Netflix's We Can Be Heroes first look. And by that I mean Pedro Pascal and Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez, we talked about this movie before, is back behind the camera for his next attempt at a kids' classic.
They really put Spy Kids next to Robert Rodriguez's name.
Well,
I feel like there's like many other...
But this is definitely the most in the
highly
vein
regarded
because it's
films.
a kids' superhero movie.
Okay, yeah,
so,
I guess.
that's what kids would know from
Why does
Spy
he look
Kids.
like Chris Pratt right there?
I don't know, because his hair, maybe. Pedro
That's
Pascal. There's Christian Slater back there.
Nice. Is that Zoe Saldana?
No,
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Sorry.
So this is the one that Shark Boy and Lava Girl are going to be in for 2 seconds, apparently.
Nuh-uh.
It's set in the Shark Boy universe.
No way.
It's the superheroes, I guess.
Let's go.
I don't know, but they're all a bunch of children, and their parents are getting messed up. There's the kiddos right there, I guess.
Oh, wait. Is that...
What?
No.
No.
I thought one of them was from the one from Logan. I don't know her name.
No, I think she'd probably be a bit older looking by now.
Where's Brooklyn Prince at?
I don't know. She's busy doing The Turning too.
The Turning 2.
Yeah, so you can be excited for that. I love seeing Christian Slater and stuff. I like him.
Yeah.
I like seeing his resurgence recently. It's nice. But
Thank you, Sam Esmail.
And we get to see Pedro Pascal's face.
I know, we never get to see it anymore. The first time we saw it got exploded, and then
I have a feeling it's going to get exploded again in
the
this
second
one.
time we saw it, he just covers it up all the time.
Right. I think he's definitely getting this exploded, but
Maybe.
Space Force has been renewed for season 2 at Netflix, which
Fantastic.
is surprising me. I didn't watch it,
Neither did I.
but I heard bad things is the thing.
I heard it was like, okay.
Maybe that was the vocal minority who were like, it's not The Office, so I hate it. You know?
Uh-huh.
That's probably who it was. But I was surprised just because Netflix seems to love canceling things.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because this has Steve Carell in it. They're like, well, we can't.
You can't cancel Steve
But it's also
Carell.
got Lisa Kudrow, John Malkovich, Ben Schwartz. Yeah, it's got people in it, all right. But yeah, that's continuing. So if you like Space Force, it gives me a reason to actually probably just put it on in the background someday and see if it catches my attention enough to actually watch it.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Cool.
And that's it. Jurassic World Dominion wraps unprecedented shoot after 18 months, 40,000 COVID tests, and millions on protocols. Colin Trevorrow and Donna Langley on the emotional journey. So they finished it. They were shooting for the pre-production began more than 18 months ago. So before everything.
Dang.
And they just finished. So they kind of had to adjust to all the changes while still keeping along with the production, Very interesting. Probably not going to be very good.
I haven't even seen the second one.
Me neither.
I like the first one, though.
I guess.
I like Jurassic World.
It was fine.
I mean, it's not Jurassic Park.
Right. I guess that's true.
It's better than Jurassic Park 2 and Jurassic Park 3, in my opinion.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I have a soft spot for Jurassic Park 2 for some reason.
What, you like it when he goes to New York? T-Rex?
Yeah, and he's drinking out of the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
That's the best thing that's ever been put to cinema.
Okay.
In my opinion. But we can move on. Because you're talking about Chris Pratt. Hey, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
He's in these movies.
He is.
Dominion. So I'm guessing there's going to be a little yellow dinosaur in overalls.
I don't get it.
It's Dominion.
Oh. That's not funny.
Okay. You know what else isn't funny?
What?
David Fincher signing a 4-year deal with Netflix, apparently.
What is that gonna do? This dude makes one movie every 12 years.
Yeah, so they said, we'll get one more movie. He's like, okay.
One more? You're telling me he's gonna make another movie before there's after Mank?
Maybe he'll make one episode of a TV show in 4 years from now. He's actually gone on about that, though, and how he said that he's really disappointed in his output, which makes me so sad that he feels that way, and it makes me kind of mad at you for saying that, because all of his stuff is bangers, though.
I'm not mad that he makes a movie. He's like Cuarón.
Yeah, exactly. But
he's a perfectionist.
Right, but even he is upset. He's like, I wish I made more. He looks back and he's like, I've only made this many movies.
Yeah.
And he's mad about it. But
that sucks.
Dude, all your movies are really good, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, because he spends so much time on them and he does 90 takes.
I know, so it's good. But that's just going to be him. We're not going to be able to change his opinion on that. And he should want to better himself, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
Mank, I'm excited for Mank.
Yeah, we'll
Bring it on.
Yeah, Mank is right after Dune. It's like Mank. Mm-hmm. For me at least. And then
but at least we'll get to see Mank.
French Dispatch after that. Yeah, right.
We don't get to see Dune.
No.
Mank is still coming out. That's the best part.
Yeah. But he'll get more Netflix stuff. Netflix is,
cool.
This is the world now. It's a Netflix world.
Even though they canceled Mindhunter or whatever.
It's too expensive and it's too whatever.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get a movie one day.
Sure, whatever.
You know what else is coming back? There's a reboot out there.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
It's Scorpion King.
The Scorpion King reboot in works from Dwayne Johnson and Denny Garcia, $7 Productions, and Universal Straight Outta Compton scribe Jonathan Herman penning script. So
Nice.
The Scorpion King was a spinoff of The Mummy, and it was so popular. The Mummy Returns. It was so popular that they made The Scorpion King, and that was good. And that was one of Dwayne Johnson's biggest first roles was the Scorpion King.
Uh-huh.
And apparently, it did well.
Sure.
I remember The Scorpion King.
How can you forget?
How can you forget? You remember the video game?
No.
Nobody does. For good reason. However, this is a reboot, so no Rock as Scorpion King.
What?
He's too busy. He's booked until 2022, apparently.
Yeah, he's the biggest movie star.
Yeah. He's a busy man, and they'll get someone else playing. We don't know who, but we could get a new saga. We could get a 7-film series of Scorpion King. You could get Scorpion King 1, Scorpion King 2, Return to Dust, Scorpion King 3, The Pyramids Above Me, Scorpion King 4, Rake 'em Up, Scorpion King 5, Blood on the Sand, Scorpion King 6, Oh Mummy, Scorpion King 7, I Regret Everything.
There we go. Perfect.
That's the saga. I just gave that for free. People would
it.
be paid tens of millions of dollars for what I just did.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sucks that it won't be The Rock.
That blows.
I imagine he'll make a cameo somewhere.
He'll probably be like, give me on that movie right now.
Right. But still cool. Still cool. Or not, but, we'll see.
Or nah.
Or nah. Wake up, Chief. Halo TV series, which was announced like when the Xbox One came out, recasts Cortana with original voice actress.
There we go.
From the games.
We're working.
So Jen Taylor is Cortana.
Fantastic.
And there's her creator, you'd have to help me with this, Dr. Catherine Halsey.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, it'll be separate actors though now. So Jen Taylor will be the voice, but the other actress, what is her name? Natasha McElhone will still be Halsey.
Cool.
Which seems like, I don't know. That's weird that they wouldn't just have Jen Taylor do it all, but if it works, it works, Who knows if the thing will even come out?
What is this show about?
The Halo?
Okay, but where does it take place?
Dude, I was hoping you would know.
I don't know anything about this new show.
I don't even know anything about Halo.
Hey, we didn't say Google.
I don't know anything about Halo at all. So I know that it has guns. I know you can get the needler and you go and then the grounds go, yay.
Getting hit by the needler would hurt.
Do you think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much.
I believe you. What about a energy sword? What's it called?
The energy sword?
Yeah, energy sword. What about
that? I feel like that wouldn't hurt. I feel like it would just feel warm and then you just die.
Okay. What if it was like your hand?
I feel like it wouldn't hurt. I'm serious. I feel like you would just be like, my hand was just cut off.
Okay, interesting. I wouldn't know.
Because the cut would be so fine that you wouldn't even feel it, right? That's what I would think. Because it's just like energy.
I still think you would feel it.
It goes through anything.
I think maybe it wouldn't be as bad as like a saw through your hand.
I feel like it'd just be like a hot knife through butter. Just
but
and you're just like, wow, my hand is gone.
I still think it would hurt.
And then you're like, ah!
Why are you screaming?
Because you're freaking out because your hand's gone. In your mind, you see your hand's cut off and you're like, oh, this should hurt really bad, so I'm going to scream.
So you're saying
hurt.
If you were closing your eyes and you got both your arms and your legs cut off, you wouldn't even like notice something was wrong? You'd just be like, oh, normal day.
No. What? Why? What are you saying?
If you're saying you can't feel it, then what's the difference between closing your eyes? Like, I don't know if I have arms. If you had an energy sword right now, how would I know? You said you wouldn't feel it. So if you closed your eyes, how would you know? You'd hear the thud, I guess, of your limb
if I cut your hand off with an energy sword when your eyes were closed?
Yeah.
You wouldn't. You'd just be like, oh. You'd probably feel a little lighter.
A little lighter, sure.
You'd be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know about this, but I'm going to take your word for it. I'm sure Halo 4 gets really into it. I'm sure Chief has a long discussion with Cortana where she's like, listen, Cortana, if I cut my own leg off with this energy sword, I won't feel it. And Cortana's like, you're a fucking dumbass, Chief.
There. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, we ended on Halo things, so let's move on to the spotlight, which is video game movies.
Yo. Mm-hmm.
Is there a Halo?
There is a Halo movie, kind of.
Let's talk about it. Well, you talk about it. I didn't watch that.
Forward Unto Dawn. It's bad.
Okay.
Surprising.
Do you have a year?
2014?
Okay. So what is that for game? Is that after Halo 5?
No, it's after Halo 4.
Okay. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Because the Forward Unto Dawn story takes place and it leads all the way up to right before Halo 4 starts.
Okay.
So I think it's like, I think it was like released actually like the same time. Yeah, at first it's just kind of like a really boring, like, people in like the UNSC academy, like training and stuff. And you're like, this is really boring. I don't care about any of these people.
Right. It's just like,
they're not interesting. But the Susan from Narnia.
Yeah.
She's in it. She's fantastic. I love her.
Very cool.
And then I'm just like, this really sucks. And I was like an hour in and I was like, what are we doing? And then the Covenant come in and attack their base.
And
I'm like, oh yeah. And then like everyone starts dying. And there's a really cool scene where they're like running away and they're like in this hallway and like they've seen a bunch of people get murdered by this elite with an energy sword, like killing all these people and they're like shooting, they're like hiding or whatever. And the one guy like turns around the corner and he watches the elite go into camo mode. So they're like stuck in this room with an invisible elite, and it's just kind of a cool little scene. And then they're all about to die, and then Master Chief shows up, and it's like, and he goes Master Chief mode, and he's like, "I'm Master Chief."
Does he say that?
And no, he says a bunch of things, and they're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "You can call me Chief."
Cool. Chief
and
Keef.
then yeah, and then he just kind of saves them, and they're like, "Oh, let's do it." And he's like, "Okay, you guys are the only people alive on the entire planet."
Yeah. So are the people that you're watching not Spartans? They're just like soldiers?
Mm-hmm.
That's lame.
Yeah.
that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
That's like what is it? ODST?
Yeah,
that
well,
game?
it's funny because they talk about ODSTs a lot. Because when the Covenant first come in, all the ODST drop pods like come in, and they're like, "Oh my god, the ODSTs are here!" And you see them like going around, and the ODSTs are even getting like super messed up.
Gotcha.
And these people are just like trainees for like the normal poopy army.
Right, because there's like the normal ODST, and then there's like Spartans at the top, and the Spartans are like, and then of course,
and
Chief
then there's
is
Master
the
Chief,
top of the top of the top. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really bad. But then when Master Chief shows up, it's really cool.
So
and that's that.
So this is a canon, as far as you know.
Yeah, it's got to be because it leads up to when Chief gets stuck on the ship or whatever.
Okay,
when Halo 4 starts,
so
he's stuck on the ship.
Yeah, so it's its own thing, but it's in universe.
Yep,
it's not.
That's cool. Just kind of like little thing. Hey, this is what Chief did before he got stuck on the ship.
How do you feel? Since we're talking about video movies, I feel like we should ask this for most of them. Just capturing the feeling of the game itself. How effective is it?
The movie?
Yes.
Not.
Even in the good parts?
I think it does good at capturing the feeling of how fucking awesome Master Chief is.
Okay.
But fair. I wouldn't say it captures like the feeling of the game. But when Master Chief shows up, you're like, oh,
yeah.
This dude means business.
This is the man.
This is the dude.
I'm the guy.
So yeah, I'm the guy.
Yeah.
When's our Spy Kids pod?
Soon.
Please. Is that a video game movie? Spy Kids 3D? Game over?
We were saying specifically real video games that were turned into movies.
Right, okay. Never mind. I can't wait till we have that discussion. I'm so excited.
That'll be good.
But yeah, no. Not good at capturing the feeling of the game, but as far as Master Chief goes, I'd give him a thumbs up for that.
Would you recommend it to anybody?
Not people that don't like Halo. Or if you don't know anything about Halo, like just don't watch this movie. If you do like Halo, I would probably just be like, just look up Master Chief scenes from Forward Unto Dawn.
That's fair enough. I think he's on the poster.
Yes.
So that's a little like...
He's only in the movie for probably like 20 minutes. Like the last 20 minutes.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Bad. Good. So we got one bad. I'm sure the rest will be just winners all around.
All of them.
I guess I'll pick one. And this is one that I haven't watched in a long time, and I'm not going to talk about it for very long, but I had to bring it up. And that's from 1995. Mortal Kombat. From Paul W.S. Anderson. You know, the video
Paul
game.
Thomas Anderson made a Mortal Kombat movie?
I would pay so much money to see Paul Thomas Anderson's Mortal Kombat. That would be, wow. I don't even know what that would be like. But no, it's Paul W.S. Anderson, the video game movie guy, basically. The Resident Evil man.
Okay.
And it's good. I like this. It's cheesy. It's really cheesy, really corny, but it's got Shang Tsung, and this Shang Tsung was so good that he was Shang Tsung forever from this point on.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
And you get the song, the Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun. You know that song?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, it's you might, just not off the top of your head, but it's a very good song. The sets are cool. I guess I can say that. Costumes are... The actual story is also like... Because it's just like a Mortal Kombat story where it's like, it's a tournament and the people fighting, they want to kill Shang Tsung because he's like, I'm an evil sorcerer man.
I am evil sorcerer man.
And he is very evil. He gets kicked into a spike pit, though, and Liu Kang goes, flawless victory.
Is there any fatalities?
Well, yeah, he gets in the spike pit. I think that's counts. I don't know.
Is there any X-ray?
No, that didn't that was 1995 this was. I don't think X-rays were a thing until like the 2011 maybe. I don't know. Again, I don't actually play Mortal Kombat, but I like it from the outside. That's how I am with all fighting games. I like watching them, but I could never commit to actually like playing one because it's just like it's homework.
There's only one fighting game that I play.
All right, say it. Just go
That's
ahead.
Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends.
Yep.
It's the best fighting game out there.
That's only because you pick the OP character every single time.
I do not.
Okay.
Mr. Ping is the best character, and I don't play him. I main Tai Lung.
You do main Tai Lung.
I'm a Tai Lung main.
I don't know. I like Mr. Ping mirror matches. Those are my favorite.
Mr. Ping is broken.
He is pretty broken. But no, this movie is good overall. If you like Mortal Kombat, you can at least laugh at it. And it's like a cultural touchstone for Mortal Kombat now.
Oh.
You know? Annihilation is way worse, but funnier in a lot of ways because it's way worse. People might hate Mortal Kombat because it's almost good. But it's really not. But, you know, you get like the tinge like, oh, there was almost a good idea here. Still,
Damn.
not very good. But it's like a cult status at this point, where there's some people who are really into this movie. And again, it's not a slog to get through. You can watch it, but I don't think it's anything like crazy write home about. So we got one bad, one eh. What's next? Doom from 2005, directed by A.B.
AB. We'll call him AB.
You look up his name, it looks like somebody tried to type Andrew and they just messed up real bad.
They tried.
But no, Andrzej Bartkowiak.
Sure, good job.
Something like that. Doom 2005, starring Carl Urban and Dwayne
The Rock Johnson
himself.
And Rosamund Pike.
Semper. Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't say it. It's too early to say it. We got to save that for the end.
Gotta wait.
This movie sucks.
Until it's awesome, though.
Yes. This movie sucks until it's awesome. I think it's based off Doom 3, if I'm not mistaken, because they don't go to hell in this movie.
No.
It's kind of like, what are you doing?
Hell comes to them.
But
it doesn't.
It's Doom. Like,
I know.
That's the thing. And they don't do it. I guess it would be expensive to go to hell. I know Andrzej is, he's needs to shoot on like location every single time. So
and I know the rates down there were like really crazy.
They're crazy. And COVID was actually still a thing down there in 2005. That's But no, there is one thing about this movie very specifically that is like a slap in the face, wake you up when you're watching it, where you're like, oh, hold on a second.
Yep.
And that's
exactly what happened.
First person section of the movie where it goes first person. It's like you're watching somebody play Doom.
The game.
The most accurate way I can describe it is like those arcade light gun shooters where you pick up the gun and the camera will move and you have to shoot at the characters on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
It's like exactly like that. But it captures that Doom first person feel, and it's really cool actually.
And it's really long.
It's like a 5-minute scene.
No, it's like way longer.
Really?
It's like 10, 15.
Okay, yeah, it's a big chunk
long.
of it, but it's still enjoyable to watch because you're just like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
They have like the like zombie ones, and then there's like the big like Hell Knight things with the one had a chainsaw. It was cool.
It is cool because I was just like sitting there watching the movie like this. I was like,
yeah, just leaning back, just tired.
And then I was like, wait, what's happening? And then I was like, wait, whoa, this is kind of cool.
Yeah. So you can look forward to that. Maybe just watch that. Well, I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, just look up Doom cool part.
Yeah, Doom first person sequence. And you can you do the Rock impression?
The line?
Yeah.
Semper Fi, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. That was a good one too. If you want to hear him say that, you know where to look.
What does Carl Urban say when he kills him at the end? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
He like sends him through the portal and then he like gets a grenade.
I think he says like
something to the grenade and he throws the grenade.
He goes
through the
like
portal.
He looks at the grenade, he looks at the camera, and he goes Doom, and he throws it.
That's it.
I think that's what he says.
That's it.
But yeah, Doom, it captures the feel for that 10-minute
at that one
sequence. The rest of it can be pretty slow at points, confusing.
Doesn't make any sense.
Does the plot? I don't even know. I can tell you.
It doesn't make any sense.
But there's enough gore and cool effects and stuff going on, and just camera work, I guess, in that one sequence to make up for it. So meh, overall. There's a new one, Doom Annihilation, that I didn't watch. Apparently it's even worse, which is like, wow.
Fantastic.
Because they have no first-person sequence, so what are you watching for?
Exactly.
Exactly. But that's all I have to say about Doom. Have you played Doom?
Mm-mm. One of the few games, like really popular games I've never played.
I guess I should have asked that for the others. Mortal Kombat ever touched?
I played Mortal Kombat. Played
Okay.
I can't remember which ones, but I'm pretty sure I played Mortal Kombat 10. That was like the big one.
I played
MKX.
the Game Boy one.
Oh, see, I never played like the old ones. I've only played like the newer ones.
Game Boy one sucked.
Oh,
It's really bad.
dang. The new ones are fun though.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to do a fighting game on, 2 buttons. It'd be a little tough.
Right, yeah. Now it's like you have like 50 combos.
Right, exactly. But yeah, Mortal Kombat's fun. I think they're one of the few fighting games that have like a dedicated block button. Where like you have to press a button.
You know
to
what
block.
else has a dedicated block button?
Is it Injustice?
Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends has a dedicated block button. It's R2.
Sweet. Cool.
You go block.
Do you have like a shield that can be broken down, can be like staggered and like...
Yeah, it's like gives a little bubble around you, kind of like in Smash,
yeah.
and it like gets smaller.
I mean,
the
it
more
is
you
a
get hit.
Smash clone.
It's not. Smash is a clone of this.
Which came out first?
It doesn't matter because I'm sure that the person that came up with the idea for Smash came up with the idea.
After watching Kung Fu Panda.
No, they came up with the idea for Kung Fu Panda. And they're like, this is stupid. Let's do it with, instead of Kung Fu Panda characters, we're going to do it with like, cool video game characters that people like. Right?
No, because Kung Fu Panda didn't exist yet when the first one came
Listen,
out.
though.
Okay.
And then he was like, you know what? Fine, screw this. Take my idea. And he went on and he made Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends.
Okay.
And I mean,
How much is that on the PlayStation Store?
here's the funny story. It doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
It
yeah?
was free.
Oh.
But anytime I tell somebody to get it, they can never find it. So we've just come to the conclusion that like it doesn't
It
exist.
got taken off the store.
And it's weird because you can't buy any of the DLC for it either anymore. Yeah, you can buy characters like some like Master Porcupine,
Okay.
and Master Chicken,
Sure.
but you can't buy them anymore, which makes me think that like the game, like they're starting to like shut down the game, but the servers are still up. Like I can queue a ranked match.
Okay. A ranked match of... Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You haven't even seen all the movies. You're such a poser when it comes to Kung Fu Panda. You're such a tertiary.
I want to see the third one really bad. I just haven't got around to it.
Oh, well, maybe I'll just not get around to being your friend then. Let's move on. I think we've given enough time. Let's move on to a movie that I didn't finish or even come close, which is Like a Dragon.
Sounds fantastic.
2007 from
Is it like Aragon?
Takashi Miike, I think is how you say his name. Or Takashi. I forget. Somebody told me that when it comes to pronouncing Japanese names, Americans tend to over-enunciate the second syllable. So they would say Takashi Miike when it would be like Takashi Miike or something like that.
Oh.
That's just a little tidbit. No idea if it's true, but he's a reputable source as far as I know.
Interesting.
Anyway, Like a Dragon is Ryoga Gotoka, which you might know here as a Yakuza series. Do you know the Yakuza games?
Yeah, it's like GTA. That's what they say. I don't know.
I know people say that, but it's like so not true
Okay.
at all.
I've never played them.
They all take place in like one, basically like block, like one neighborhood of like Tokyo or something. I
Okay.
forget. Don't blast me. I do like the games a lot, but this one is called Like a Dragon, which I think is what Ryoga Gotoka translates to, which is funny because the newest one in the series, because they didn't reboot it, but they had 6 games with the main character being Kiryu, and now they're making a new series with a new character called Ichiban, because Kiryu's like 60 now. He started off at like 20, and now he's like 60 years old, so they're like, well, we can't have him still
Right.
do stuff. So they have a new character, and they're calling it Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Oh.
And it's like a new thing, so there you go. This movie's from 2007. I don't know how many games were out at that point.
I don't know.
Maybe 1 or 2. And kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of shitty. Kind of looks like super low budget, and like so Kiryu-chan, Kazuma Kiryu, he is not a real person. He's not modeled after anybody. He's just a video game character. So I think there is nobody who could play him, because the whole idea is like you get these mobs of enemies, you beat up like 40 dudes. He's one of those characters, And I don't know if there's a person who I'd be like, yeah, they could pull off this super confident, super buff and strong Yakuza man. Kiryu's just untouchable. You can't do anything with him. You know, he's just got to be a video game character. And they casted Majima, who's like this crazy guy with a bat and an eye patch. Also wasn't too thrilled about that casting. And the movie was just like confusing, plotting, super slow, not as much good choreographed action as I was expecting from a video game, which its whole gameplay is street brawling, you know? So I didn't finish it. Maybe I will eventually, probably not.
Yeah, no.
Takashi Miike, as far as I know, he did The Audition, which I really like. Or just Audition. The Audition is a short film that I made. That we made. That you made.
You.
So I think it was just Audition. It's that
you
horror
made
movie
like
that
what?
goes-
Like 2 jokes.
and
You helped write like 2 jokes.
And where's my credit?
Isn't it in there?
I don't. It might be actually. Now that I think about it. But yeah, this movie.
You just didn't get a trophy.
That's true. This movie, not great.
Like a Dragon sucks.
Can't recommend it to anybody. Bad. Okay.
Stinker.
We'll get a good one soon enough. What's next?
But not right now.
Not right
because we got Hitman from 2007.
Just Hitman? Because I know there's 2 of them.
Yes, this one's just Hitman with what's his face? What's the guy's name? Kevin Costner. No.
I have no idea. I didn't watch it.
Frick. Hold on. I can't remember his name. Here we go. Hitman. Timothy Oliphant. Why did I say
Oh, okay.
He's the guy that plays
Sure.
Hitman.
Agent 47 is his name.
by Xavier Gens.
Okay.
I don't know. This movie blows. It's a movie where it seems like nobody's having fun.
Well, being a hitman, I couldn't imagine is the most, happy
You know what I mean?
job.
Well, it's like no one seems like they wanted to be there.
So there's no passion. You're
Yes.
saying. Which is weird for a video game movie because you'd think you'd do it because you care about the franchise and want to see it done well.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened, but it just seems like nobody was really giving it their all.
How many Hitman games have you played?
I played like half of the second one.
I played the phone one, which was like a strategy game and not at all like the real games.
Interesting. There's a new one coming out, isn't there?
I think so.
For the new PlayStation that no one can get.
Perhaps. Well, scalpers can get them. Don't forget.
And bots. Because the websites just don't like to put CAPTCHA on their
Does
thing.
Agent 47 scalp anybody? Is that what he does? Doesn't he
No,
wear people's skin or something? Oh, he just takes their clothes. He doesn't wear
What?
their skin.
Where's people's skin?
But he's got the barcode on the
No,
back
he
of
ain't
his
that
neck.
crazy.
I know that much.
Yeah, that's because he's
Agent 47.
Yeah. And he gets like framed in this movie. So he kills a bunch of people.
So tell me about the kills.
To
If it's a
get
hitman, the
revenge.
kills must be like really
No.
inventive and
No. I don't remember one of them.
nothing. Like legitimately,
I literally can't remember.
he shoots
one
someone
of
with a
them.
gun. Maybe
Yeah, he shoots people.
there we go.
There's nothing like cool that ever happened. It's just like everyone just went to work and
And
just
just kind of
did what they had to do, I guess.
clocked in and clocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Did it capture the feeling of the
No.
game at all? Like there weren't sneaky parts where he was like sneaking into a club and then like stealing a janitor's clothes and being like, and then it was a heist and there was like someone found him out, so he had to like shoot him really quickly and then hide the body, and it was like, oh,
Nope.
see, but that sounds really exciting. So why wouldn't you do that? Because that's
Don't know.
what you do in the game.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Glad I didn't watch it. You owned this movie.
Yeah, I didn't even know I owned it. I rented it on Amazon.
Yeah, for like $4 or whatever.
Yeah, for like a couple dollars to later find in my cupboard
Just a copy
that I have it on DVD. I don't
laying
know.
around.
Whatever.
Who knows where it came
So I
from?
wasted that money.
Maybe Agent 47 put it there.
Maybe.
You know, instead of killing you, he was like, watch this and you'll do the job yourself.
Hitman sucks. Very bad.
Hitman does suck, apparently. Don't recommend it to anybody.
Nobody.
Okay, next let's talk about a one close to my heart that hurts to talk about, I'll admit. And that's Ratchet and Clank from 2016. This movie, regrettably, okay, I love Ratchet and Clank. It's like one of my favorite series when I was a kid and growing up.
Yeah.
I still play them. I'm excited for the new one, right?
Yeah.
And
PS5 that nobody can get.
exactly. And this movie's not very good at all. It's from Kevin Monroe and Jerica Cleland.
But you love it.
No,
Oh.
I do not love it. It's like saccharine sweet. Okay, so it's a reboot of the series. So it's like the
Right.
first origin story of these two characters, Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
I thought the story of the first game was really good. I liked the dynamic between the characters because they had a relationship of, what's the word? Like mutual benefit, basically. It's like, I have something that you need and you have something that I need. So let's work together. We're not friends, but we both need to help each other to get what we want. You know, it's kind of, they depended on each other, but they didn't like each other. Like they straight up hated each other, you know, and they build that relationship through this. The biggest fault of this movie has to be they meet immediately best friends. They're like, what's your name? Clank. I love you. Like, you know, it's
I
just,
love you, Clank.
but it's so like sweet and like nice and like Boy Scouty that it's just like, oh yeah, they're best friends immediately and they go on big adventures immediately.
You know what? Good for them, right?
There's no development between the two characters. And then there's a bunch of new characters who aren't in any of the games that are made for this movie who are just bland. Even their designs are just like, okay, this looks like someone who would be a background character in the video game. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, this isn't a design. This is just some random humanoid with purple skin. Like, you know what I mean? It's not very inventive. So I was disappointed with that as well.
Yeah.
The movie felt, this is my big takeaway, and I swear this is true, so I want people's opinions on this. This movie felt like watching a cutscene compilation of a game on YouTube. So you're going from cutscene to cutscene to cutscene, and you're missing all the gameplay bits. So the story feels really stunted because you're missing, like, oh, where's the part where he goes in and he shoots the thing and he blah, 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 you know? And it really does feel like that because it just feels like it zooms through it and you're just missing something, and it's the gameplay is what you're missing by the end of it. I will say it looks great. I do think it's very pretty, you know, his fur looks nice and everything, the effects of the blasters and everything. Oh, it's cool. Very colorful. Good for that. Lots of moving things. You know, I'm sure like a toddler would like just love this, just looking at it and be like, ah, pretty, you know. The game, if I could say, was good. The gameplay wise, the whole thing, it was still the same story as the movie, so obviously, but gameplay wise, it was a really fun game. That was a game adaptation of a movie technically, because it was based off the movie, so, but it was fun to play. They had cool guns and everything. That was good. I think it was actually their best-selling game in the franchise, just because they had so much marketing for the movie as well. It just kind of doubled up.
Very nice.
But if you are a Ratchet and Clank fan, I would still say it's worth at least checking out. You know, probably worth your time just to be like, oh, what is this? Critics
What is this?
absolutely hated it.
Well, you know,
They were like, this shit sucks. And I can't blame them.
they're entitled to their opinion.
Especially if you don't know the characters, because so many of the characters that the game players will know get zero development because they're like, you already know them. I'm like, well, new people don't. So just explain who they are. Like, you know. But what can you do?
What can you do?
Never making a second one, so who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
You want to do Prince of Persia?
Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Okay, but then I have to do Assassin's Creed after that one, just because they're kind of similar.
Okay.
Games, at least. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time from 2010, directed by Mike Newell. How much you didn't rewatch it, but you had seen it.
I have seen
back
this
in the
movie.
day. Based off the Sands of Time video game. Have you played any Prince of Persia? They're fun. I like Sands of Time. I mean, everybody does. I think that one's getting remade like right now, or remastered. One of the two. I can never remember. But this one kind of follows the plot of the game, but not really. They have the prince. In this one, he was like an orphan that got adopted by the king, and then they think that he assassinated the king when he's older, as like an adult, as Jake Gyllenhaal. And he runs away, and he meets up with this princess of this city, you know, place that they destroyed, this holy city. And she's like, hey, you guys really messed up. Like, we weren't bad guys. And he's like, oh, crap, I know now. And basically, he uses the dagger of time to reverse time to try to fix things, you know? So he's got like this kind of freebie. It's like, oh, he gets stabbed in the chest. Well, he clicks the button. He can go back 5 seconds and like dodge the sword swing or whatever, you know? And that's the big game mechanic was, oh, you fall down the cliff. Well, reverse time and you'll, you know, float back up the cliff and you can try the jump again. That was the big deal. And it was a lot of fun to be able to reverse it like that. But it has limited uses, you know, it only has so much sand or whatever. Basically, at the end of it, he just, I forget what he does, but he stabs it into the big sand pillar and reverses everything, and it goes back to the beginning of the movie. That's how it ends, which some people might see that as, like, stupid, maybe, because it's like, oh, everything I watched didn't matter. And it's like, you're kind of right, I guess. But also, like, all the people who died are alive now, so that's good, right? Mm-hmm. And only the bad guy dies, because he just goes to the bad guy immediately, and it's just like, I'm killing you. Like, you know, it's like, and then it's over. My take with Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, is that this is a good movie that was slaughtered by the editing. This movie was absolutely murdered by the editing. The action is, and the parkour and the climbing, like 90% of the movie, incomprehensible because of the editing and the cutting. And I'm just like, who is where? It's like, I swear sometimes it wasn't even following like the 180 degree angle. It was just going all over the place. And I was just like, what the hell is, like, he was flipping and then he was swinging and then the sword. And I was like, really bad. Like the Taken fence scene, it's like that level at certain points in this movie. It's like each punch is a cut. And I'm just like, I don't know what's happening.
Nice.
There could have been a really good movie here. I imagine the editing is like that because they were trying to hide some of the budget maybe of like the sets, because there were a few things, the sets in the background where I was like, oh, that looks really fake and bad. But for the most part, it was good. The prince's outfit was very good. It was just very cool, video game looking like main character. Jake Gyllenhaal, not his best performance, I'll say that much. But it's not bad, save like one line. I definitely think the director probably could have pushed him a little more.
Is he ever like, these are the sands of time?
Yes. He is.
Oh.
Does that once. But the princess as well, Tamina, it's the same dynamic that's in the game. It works really well. She's this, you know, independent. She's the kind of person that would like try to seduce him and then like stab him in the gut with a sword, and he's like, oh shit. And then he reverses time and he's like, do that again and I will kill you. And she's like, you use the dagger. Right. It's fun when they do the time stuff. That's like the most fun part of the movie. It only happens like 4 times maybe, but it's still cool to see the effects and everything. There's a good movie in here somewhere. What's his name? Alfred Molina? Is that his name? Albert Molina?
No idea.
Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2 is in this movie. He is great.
Nice.
He gets way too much screen time, even though he's good. And I'm just saying, if your movie has the line, did you know that ostriches have suicidal tendencies? How can it be a bad movie? Like,
I didn't know that.
He's just looking at it. I was like, yeah, I have to keep watch on, I forget the bird's name. It's like Ingrich or something. I have to keep watch on Ingrich here or else she'll do something stupid. It's just like, okay. Spending a weird amount of time on suicidal ostriches, but I'm telling you guys, watch it again. You might be surprised. It's on Disney Plus. It is a Disney movie.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's just been killed by the editing. If they could re-edit this movie, I bet it would get a much better score.
Well, let's do it.
I'll do it. Well, I really can't because it's just like I need the footage of them actually just fighting so I can see the choreography.
Oh, right.
Instead of just wondering what's happening each scene.
Dang.
And then seeing a bunch of dead bodies on the floor. And I'm like, well.
You got him.
I also think maybe it could have helped if they went with like, I don't know if it was PG or PG-13, but just upping a bit of the...
Get nasty with it.
Just a little bit nastier. Like, I want to see Tamina's butthole.
Yeah.
If they actually just made that change, 10 out of 10 right there.
I mean, come on. That just goes,
Yeah, for sure.
Self-explanatory.
It's self-explanatory. But yeah, give it a watch. Give it a watch, guys. Prince of Persia. Have you seen Assassin's Creed from 2016 from Justin Kurzel?
The trailer.
This movie...
That's when I made my decision to never, ever watch it.
This movie puts the ass in Assassin's Creed. It should be called Ass Indeed. because that is what this movie is. It is ass and it sucks. It's got Michael Fassbender as Cal Lynch, I think.
It's yo.
No, he's Aguilar. This is the thing. I think because this movie is very confusing, the animus part is like Spanish Inquisition time. Like that's what he's dealing with.
Okay.
That's very interesting. Have you played Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, kinda.
You played like Brotherhood or whatever?
Revelations,
right. That one. Yeah.
I've played a little bit of 2.
Sure. Well, in the games, you would remember, though, that 90% of the game is back in time.
Yep.
And like 10% is future. This movie is like 60% future, or maybe 70.
Oh.
And then like 30-40% back in time.
What?
Right. And it's just like, what a weird decision to make where you're like, let's take what people like about the games and get rid of it. Even though I like the future stuff, or I did when it still existed, because they basically wrote it out now. It doesn't really matter anymore. But the future stuff sucks. They changed the animus, because it used to just be a bed, from what I remember, and you just lay down, it'd be a visor, you basically fall asleep.
Yeah.
And this one, it's like a crane. So he's actually running, and the crane's just like carrying him, and he's like climbing, and the crane's just going like as he's going like in the air. You know, it's very strange.
It's weird.
Michael Fassbender starts singing that one song, "Crazy for Thinking I Love You" or something like that. That song, "Crazy," and he's like scream singing it.
Fantastic.
Omar from The Wire's in this movie. Does nothing, basically.
Really?
Yeah, he's in it. He's just hanging out. He's
just chilling, big chilling.
Because the assassins are like in prison from the Templars, and they're all testing them. They're trying to find the apple, like in the games, but the main scientist lady is like, "I'm trying to find the cure for violence," whatever that means.
The cure for violence.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to get.
Good. That's a good goal.
And the movie just, the past and the present really have no real connection to each other than them trying to figure out what the apple is. Michael Fassbender, I mean, I guess he's fine. Like, you know, he's definitely much better than somebody else would have been, if that makes sense, you know. If they got a no-name, it would have really brought this movie down.
What a no-name.
I just think it's weird because Aguilar, who is him in the past, who was also played by Michael Fassbender, is just not a character. He has no characterization at all. Like Ezio, he's this like, he was like cocky, you know, arrogant. He's like, "Yeah, come fight me, bitch. Like, you know, come at me." Aguilar's just like, for the creed, but it's in Italian. So he's like, "Por la credo," whatever they say. Bad movie. Tough movie to watch. I don't know how I did it. The best part of it actually is when all the prisoner assassins fight back and try to escape from the prison, because all the guards have weapons and they just have their fists, and they have to kind of like work with that. Probably the most interesting part.
Interesting.
Other than that, skip it. Just skip it. Pretend it never happened. As far as I'm concerned, it never did. Fuck this movie. It sucks. What's next? Can we move on?
This is a movie I actually kind of like.
Okay.
So that's a nice change of pace. Need for Speed.
Oh, hey.
From 2014. It's got Aaron Paul.
Yeah.
We love Aaron Paul here. Big Aaron Paul fans. He's not in a lot of movies, but this is one of the ones that he's in. It's about him. He's a driver. If I'm trying to remember correctly, I haven't seen it in a while.
And he really
but I've seen it a couple times.
wants meth.
Yes.
Because he's got a need for speed.
Yes.
Or does he really wants to watch a Keanu Reeves movie?
Yes.
He's like,
The
"When we're
second
on that
one.
bus." Oh, okay.
And I think he was I'm trying to remember if he's like he was a driver and then he stopped being a driver, or if he was like in prison, that's why he couldn't drive. One of those
like
things or whatever. But anyway, he comes back to be a driver, to race in this big race like across the country.
Cool.
And that's what the movie's about. Just this big race across the country. He's trying to win. Michael Keaton's in this movie.
Hey.
He's like the radio dude, like the
MC or whatever.
super, like the radio that all the street racers listen
yeah.
to, and he's like, the street race is happening here, and he like
Crash
just kind of
FM.
commentates. Yes,
Yeah.
he kind of commentates the what's it called? The thing,
The
the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's pretty good. It's got a lot of cool cars. I mean, not really a lot of great characters. It's kind of bland looking, but it's got some nice racing parts, and it's got cool crashes.
But it focuses on racing, not like chases, but like races.
From what I remember, there's no like nonsense.
Yeah, it's just good old fashioned.
It's like, hey, you need to go from here all the way over there, and
Yeah.
you win a lot of money.
Just guys being dudes.
Yeah, literally.
Racing
just guys
cars.
being dudes.
Yeah.
But it's kind of has an ending like the ending of Cars. So listen to this.
Okay.
So in the ending of Cars, Chick Hicks takes out the blue one.
Sure. Yeah.
And he crashes.
Mm-hmm.
And Lightning McQueen's like, oh, I'm going to win. And then he's like, oh, man, dang it.
My conscience.
Morals.
Yeah.
And then he stops and he goes and he helps. That kind of happens in this movie.
Okay.
So it's Aaron Paul and the other guy, the other main driver dude
Rival,
who's a
yeah.
villain, his rival. And he's kind of his rival because that guy put I think it's his brother or his father. I think it's his brother or something. He crashed him and he like had a really bad crash and he died or whatever. So he's kind of like mad at him.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
So they're racing really hard towards the end. The end is at like this lighthouse at the end of this thing, and they're racing super fast or whatever. And then the one dude gets out of control and he crashes and he flips a whole bunch and his car's on fire and he's trapped in his car. And Aaron Paul's like, "Fuck you, I'm driving to the wind."
Yeah.
And you're like, kind of like, okay. And then he's driving to the wind just like Lightning McQueen, and then he stops and he. Oh, no, wait, no, he doesn't. He wins the race.
And then goes back?
And then he goes back.
See, because that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm like winning first, and then I'll
He
help
wins the
your
race.
monkey ass.
And then he goes back and he saves him
Yeah.
from dying. But then he gets arrested at the end of the movie. Because the cops come.
That's sad. Sad. And then what?
He gets arrested and it ends.
Yeah, but what happens in Need for Speed 2?
There's no Need for Speed 2.
I wonder why.
I would be down for it, honestly.
Sure.
I'm a big Need for Speed fan. Any kind of racing game,
What would
really.
you call it?
See, Fast and Furious, they did Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah, so
Two Need,
two
Two Speed.
I don't know.
Two Need, Two Speed.
Need 2 Speed.
The Need to Speed.
Need 2 Speed, yeah. So not Need 4 Speed. And then
Need
they call
2 Speed.
Then they call it Need 3 Speed and then Need 4 Speed again.
Yeah.
But
I hope
if
they
it's
make
racing,
another
it would
one.
capture the
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
just
it's
racing.
like, you're like, yo, it's just racing, running away from the cops.
Yeah.
So,
I like racing games enough.
I very much enjoy racing games.
I don't enjoy racing simulator games where it's like
Like Gran Turismo.
yeah, I don't enjoy those as much. I like more like the arcadey or street ones.
I agree. I probably like those ones more, but I do have a soft
Yeah.
spot
Stopped cops for it.
for like the Gran Turismo games. Like I remember on the
Forza.
PS2, I had Gran Turismo 4,
Yeah.
and I had like the steering wheel and like the
Oh,
pedals
yeah.
and everything, and it was like
Lit.
impossible to drive.
Oh yeah.
It was so hard to drive those cars because
knows?
it's so like in depth.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cool.
I like Need for Speed. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased. It probably is really bad. The ratings aren't very good,
Yeah.
but it's also a Disney movie, I guess. Walt Disney
sweet.
Studios.
Interesting. I wonder if it's on Disney Plus.
I hope so.
Where'd you watch
I
it?
hope so. I saw it in the theater where it
Oh,
belongs.
right. True. The true
And it's on TV
experience.
sometimes.
Yeah, apparently. Here's one that I kind of like,
Okay.
and it's Silent Hill from 2006 from Christoph Gans.
I've seen one scene from that movie.
Which scene?
I don't
Is it Pyramid Head?
remember how to explain it, but someone was getting like murdered in a really nasty way.
Oh, it's probably. It might have been when Pyramid was doing the sword. I don't know. Maybe. This movie. And know anything about Silent Hill?
No, I know Pyramid Head.
Silent Hill is. They're like survival horror games. Silent Hill is a place that people go, and the idea behind it is that the town kind of like is punishment for like your sins almost. It's like whatever things you have messed up in your mind is what the town will like throw at you. So if you're like have weird sexually repressed things, they'll like send sexy nurses with like fucked up faces with knives to like come kill you. You know, so it's kind of like the town is a reflection of the person who's being like haunted in it. And that's one thing in this movie that people got mad at, but I think is dumb. Because I think in this... Oh, it must have been the first game, but maybe it was the second. Pyramid Head was one of the dude's villain. It was like his mind is what created it. That's why he was being hunted by Pyramid Head, because it was reflective of whatever was going on with him. But he was so popular that they just kept bringing him back.
Right.
People got really mad about that, but it's like, Pyramid Head's so cool.
Yeah, he is
Like,
cool.
just relax. Just make the exception. Just pretend Pyramid Head is, just this Silent Hill being who's like the judgment guy.
Like Slender Man.
Yeah. Pyramid Head would wreck Slender Man.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about Leatherface?
I don't know who that is.
Leatherface. Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, okay. I was still thinking whatever. No, what? Pyramid Head.
What about Krueger?
Pyramid Head doesn't sleep, so I'd have to go with Pyramid Head.
Mike Myers.
Pyramid Head.
Scream.
Ghostface. Pyramid Head.
Ghostface. Who could beat Pyramid Head in a fight?
Nobody. Godzilla. Godzilla could beat him.
Okay, I can't think of any other villains like that. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pyramid Head, undefeated.
I really have a tough time thinking about because he's not a being. He's like a force. He's not even like physical. Well, he is, but he's just different. He's different.
He just built different.
He's just built different.
What about oh shoot,
Okay.
Deborah from The Taking of Deborah.
Pyramid Head.
Even when she's doing the,
How is she gonna fit that mouth over that pyramid?
she could do it.
Well, I'd have
What
to
that
see.
mouth do?
I'd have to. We'd have to see what that mouth do. Deborah Logan. The Taking of Deborah Logan, if you know what I mean.
You already know.
Anyway, so this movie follows us I think it's a mom looking for her daughter or something. Been a while since I've seen it. She goes to Silent Hill, and then she starts getting attacked by things. Apparently, this movie had almost an hour of it cut from when it came out. And the hour that was cut was just her wandering around the town, getting fucked up, which is what the games are. So all that was left was the stuff that the movie was adding to be like, this is how we make it a movie. So they had to take out most of the stuff that made it like the video game to make it work, which is probably the biggest problem with it. But I see the bones of just, they stayed really, what is the word I'm looking for?
True
To the design of Silent Hill and just to because you go to the rust zone. I don't know what it's called, but everything turns rusty and hellish, and that's when Pyramid Head would come out and stuff. And they stayed true to that. It was really nice effect. There was really creepy monsters in it and stuff like that. It's just that there had to be a plot. It had to be straightforward, that there was a story that would follow through, which isn't exactly how Silent Hill worked. Mostly it was a mystery until the end, where it's all the revelations. And in this one, they kind of have to keep it going in a normal story arc, so it loses some of the, because I think that's what makes it scary, is how little you know what's going on. It's just being totally out of the fish out of water kind of. So it loses that. I feel like it feels too safe because there's too much story happening. Maybe that's it. I still think it's not that bad. I wish it could get a second chance, which it might, but we'd have to see. However, and I won't talk about this one.
However,
there's a sequel, Silent Hill Revelations from 2012,
right,
from MJ Bassett. Kit Harington is in this movie. He sucks in it. He's bad. Doesn't do a good job.
Ghost.
I think Sean Bean is in it as well.
The Beanster.
I think he's in the first one too. For 10 seconds,
Damn it.
The only thing I could say good about Revelations is that the girl they cast for Heather was good, because she just looked like the video game character, and she wasn't a bad actress. And there was maybe one or two creepy scenes, but it turned to, I don't know, hokey in the second one. It was just not good, not entertaining. The second one, just so much, just really this thing. I don't get it.
I understand.
So Silent Hill, the first one, watch it. Revelations, stay away. Sorry, Kit Harington.
Yeah, Kit Harington. Yeah.
2012, you should have better stuff going on, man.
2012. He was in Game of Thrones by then, right?
Yeah.
What the freak?
Exactly.
All right, let's do Warcraft.
Yeah.
As a movie.
Warcraft.
Did we see that together?
We saw that together
Yeah.
in the theater.
What a time that was.
Neither of us had played World of Warcraft or
Nope.
any of the other ones.
Mm-mm.
Not a horrible movie.
I remember it being okay.
Yeah, not a good movie, but it's just like inoffensive, forgettable.
Just a bunch of orcs being orcs.
It felt like it was kind of trying to be a Marvel movie a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. I feel that.
You know, I don't know anything about World of Warcraft, but it was an orc battle. There was orcs, and there was that one wizard dude who's like, I'm a wizard.
Yeah.
I think that was happening.
Yeah,
You know?
he had like the power of death or whatever.
Yeah.
And he would like touch
Yeah.
people and they would just
Exactly.
like
yeah.
shrivel up and die.
The one thing I remember is like the last battle was like super lame. I think he just like cut him in the nuts and then it was over. Right? Didn't he like slide under him and cut his ball sack off? And he was like, "No, your balls are gone."
Oh, I think I
And
remember
Orc was
what you're
like,
talking
"Oh."
about. They have like they're like in this. They're like all the people are watching.
Exactly.
Like,
and
yeah,
they
like the
were-
fight circle.
Yeah, the fight circle, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But the only thing I can say, because I never played the game and I really have zero interest in World of Warcraft, like I couldn't have less interest in World of Warcraft.
Right.
I just think it's ugly and it doesn't appeal to me. I'm not super into fantasy, so it's just like,
Right.
mm,
And it's Blizzard.
yeah,
So here's the thing.
okay.
Blizzard also made Overwatch.
Okay.
Right.
The shorts they make are good.
The shorts they make are good. Was there going to be an Overwatch movie?
Well,
And would
I
an
can send you
Overwatch
some
movie
links.
would be insanely.
I've seen quite a few Overwatch movies with Tracer and Widowmaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've definitely seen a few of those. So they're out there. You just got to look for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they would do like a live action Overwatch.
And Winston.
Who would you trace for Tracer? Trace. Who would you cast for Tracer? Who wants to be Tracer?
Who wants to be Tracer? Anya Taylor-Joy.
As Tracer?
Sure. I don't know. Anne Hathaway if you want an older Tracer.
No, can't be.
I'm trying to think. Alicia Vikander from Tomb Raider.
She could be Tracer.
Lara Croft. She could be Tracer. She's got the voice and everything.
Yeah.
I actually like that one. That's what I'll
Who's
go for.
Widowmaker?
Widowmaker, Rosario Dawson.
That's actually kind of good.
That is
I
actually
like that
kinda
one. Who's Winston? John Goodman,
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad
the
at all.
voice, or
John
like
Goodman
Lance
could be
Reddick.
Lance Reddick.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'd like his voice.
Yeah, those are two good ones. What are the other characters? I can't think
We're
of them.
casting the Overwatch movie right now.
Mercy.
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 Hmm.
She's like sweet looking.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Sure. Yeah, I could see
I
that.
nailed it.
Yeah. Who else is there? I don't.
Anna. Let's
I-
do Anna.
I don't know her.
Oh, you don't know Anna? She was
I
one
know
of the newer
Zarya.
characters they first made.
Zarya.
Zarya.
Buff lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was my main when I played Overwatch.
I liked her too when I played your copy of Overwatch for like an hour. Zarya, you need a buff woman.
Oh, Kara G, the chick from The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
She was like a
She'd
UFC
actually be
fighter or
really
something
good.
like that.
Yeah.
WWE or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be good.
I'd liked her.
Who's Torbjorn?
Torbjorn. I have no idea.
I don't know how they would do that. Maybe they just leave him out of the movie.
Yeah, just-
They don't want to like offend anybody.
Yeah, I don't think they can do that. That's I don't think I actually know any other ones.
Zenyatta.
I don't know her.
It's a dude, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
The dude, the like.
Soldier 76. Who'd you
Okay,
cast?
you need like an old Keanu Reeves. That's easy.
Oh, okay, sure. I was thinking more of like a Hugh Jackman. A
Nah.
little bit buffer, a little bit more.
We could make Hugh Jackman Reaper.
Okay, sure. I was thinking that would be Tom Hardy.
Oh, right. Yeah, keep the mask game
Let's keep
going.
the mask on.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
We're trying to think all.
I don't know.
Overwatch
I
movie.
don't know anybody else, so I'm just gonna continue. Warcraft, I think is what we're talking about. Duncan Jones, fine. If you like Warcraft, you'd probably like it.
Yeah, probably. I would
Yeah.
think. I don't know. Never really played it, so.
How many do you have left?
1.5. 1 and 2 halves.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll talk about Detective Pikachu from 2019 from Rob Letterman. This movie isn't bad. It's yeah. What?
I was just gonna say a stupid joke.
Go for it. It's not what we do.
I was gonna say, well, it has Ryan Reynolds, so of course it can't be that bad.
No, that is stupid. But it's not untrue. because Ryan Reynolds is a really good part of this movie, just as a little Pikachu man. People said back in the day that it should have been Danny DeVito.
Oh,
that would be really funny, but it would make the last scene not as like heartfelt. Because in the last, okay, spoilers, and this, okay, listen, this is the most obvious thing. As soon as I heard the premise for this movie, I figured it out. The Pikachu is his dad. Okay, like that's the mystery. They're like, oh, he goes to his dad's apartment and his father's missing, but he finds a Pikachu there. It's like, okay, the Pikachu's his dad.
Oh,
like what?
Nice.
But the Pikachu has amnesia, so he doesn't know that he's dad. But at the end, they both come back and he gets his human body back, and he's like, hello, son, and they meet. And it's very touching as Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if it would have been as touching if it was Danny DeVito, and you have this, you know, mixed dude who's like 6 feet tall and this like 5'2" Danny DeVito. He's like, son, come here. You know?
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds pulled off, you know, a little bit of sincerity into the role. I'm not saying Danny DeVito couldn't do it, but the visual might just be a little weird for that. The Pokemon
Give us the DeVito cut.
are like kind of
Weird looking?
well, because they're like realistic almost, because you know they're right next to people, so they give them kind of a realistic edge. Sometimes can be a little gross. Some Pokemon are grosser than others.
That makes sense.
One of my favorite Pokemons is Psyduck, and there is a Psyduck in the movie, but he doesn't get to do anything.
Yeah, he just goes, Psy.
He's the dude's love interest's Pokemon partner is a Psyduck. And I was like, oh, I can't wait for the Psyduck to get his moment. And it doesn't
never
happen.
comes.
He just gets a foot massage.
Nice.
That's it. And he goes, Psy. And then he says, if you don't massage my foot, I'm going to kill everyone. And then Pikachu's like,
got the
okay, I
Infinity
guess,
Gauntlet.
sure. Acting, fine. The main guy, you know, it's good. Feels at certain points, you know, like Disney movie acting, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's just that very inoffensive, you know what's going on. You know the plot.
I know.
But I guess it was still pretty, you know, the effects weren't bad at all. It's just a little uncanny. Gengar was weird looking. He looked like Slimer. It made me uncomfortable.
Slimer.
But other than that, they were fine. I was kind of had higher expectations for it. What's really creepy about this movie is the Ditto.
Oh,
there's
geez.
a Ditto, and it mimics humans. And if you know about Ditto, it can mimic perfectly except for the eyes, and they just become Funko Pop eyes. So you see all the characters with Funko Pop eyes, and it's like trying to kill him, and it's actually pretty scary. Because he turns into like love interest, but it's just black soulless eyes, and it's just like choking him, and you're just like, okay, this is a
Ditto.
hello Ditto.
Jeez. That's brutal.
That's brutal. But again, compared to the rest of these, you know, it's a masterpiece.
Right.
But it's still just an okay movie.
You know what else compared to the rest of these is a masterpiece?
What's that?
Tomb Raider from 2018.
Tomb Raider. I have seen this now.
It's good. It's actually a good movie.
It is pretty good. I think it sags definitely in the middle.
Oh, yeah. It's not great. It's good.
But it is good overall. How many Tomb Raiders have you played?
0.
Well, then you wouldn't know that this game is based off of the first one that they rebooted that was just Tomb Raider. I think it came out on the PS3. In that one, you go to Yamatai and you go to Himiko and do it's the same plot.
Oh.
And there was definitely a lot of things that I saw paralleled because Lara in the game and even in this movie gets fucked up. Like she gets like impaled, she falls down a river and gets like her head bashed on a rock, and like she gets like strangled, like she gets messed up. And it was actually like a controversy back in the day, I'm pretty sure, where people are like, this is like a weird fantasy thing where you want to protect the girl who's being like destroyed. You know, it was kind of strange.
Mm.
The one thing I would say, I remember this from the game, and it was also a big talking point back in the day. There was a really big, I think the term is ludonarrative dissonance, where Lara, when she first kills someone, it's like, holy shit, I just killed someone in the game. And then you go like headshot 50 dudes and it's like bonus points. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's a really big, like, okay, you're making a video game, but the scenes just like aren't working together. And this movie accomplishes her character progression much more naturally, I think, of turning into this survivor, into this like adventurer, like her dad, you know?
I agree.
Who's McNulty from The Wire.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is the wire just everywhere?
I don't know, man.
Interesting. This movie has a lot of cool little set pieces that I feel like a lot of other like video game movies don't really have.
Yeah. I mean, it reminds me of, you think of Tomb Raider, you think of like Uncharted now too. It's the same.
Yeah, they're kind of the same vibe.
I knew.
I feel like though we talked about like capturing like the feel of the games. I've never played the games, but I feel like this one probably did a good job.
Yeah, it did pretty good. I would say that I wish there had been at least one scene or a few more scenes where it was more of Lara being alone, just like taking care of business, like gameplay scenes, you know, because basically she always has some kind of buddy with her, you know, which
that's true.
In the games, you basically never have anybody with you.
Yeah.
So if they had one thing of her like solving a puzzle or, you know, shooting a dog in the face with a gun, you know, like
in the plane, is she alone in the plane? The plane on the waterfall.
Yeah. She is alone there, I think. Yeah.
So there we go. We got one part.
We got one part, sure. That was set piece. I meant like more non-set piece.
Oh, okay.
Just like a really focused part. Like this is what she's doing. I don't know. That's just me. If you were trying to capture gameplay, you know, because most of gameplay you are alone. But still, performance was great. I think.
Yeah, she's really
good.
good. She's really good as Lara.
I would definitely. I wish there could be another, like for real.
I think there is actually, because this has the whole. When we were done talking about the next one, I was gonna talk about all these upcoming ones.
Okay, cool. Well, that's great. I can't.
There's a whole bunch. Like literally, I'm like surprised.
Yeah. But basically the plot is like she thinks her dad's dead. She finds the clues. She goes to the island Yamatai. She finds her dad, and he's like, Himiko needs to be taken care of. It's like this gross. It's COVID. They find it.
Yeah.
I mean, kinda.
Except it's a lot worse.
It's a lot worse. And they find it, and they're like, okay, we need to fix this. And the bad guys are like,
I want to touch it.
I want to touch it so bad. Himiko is my waifu. And then she kicks a ladder into a pit and climbs into a helicopter and escapes with all the other people.
Yeah, it was a pretty good move by her.
And the ending is stupid. And by that, I mean literally the final scene. It's dumb, but I love it.
What is the final scene?
She goes to a gun store, and she's looking at a bunch of guns that she was at earlier because she needs some cash. She goes back, she looks at all the guns, and she picks up this like handgun. She's looking at it. She's like, really cool. She's like, oh, I love it. It's nice. And they're like, oh, yeah. Do you want it? And she's like, yeah. And she picks up a second one. She puts them both by her head, and she's like, I'll take two, because Lara Croft's thing was dual-wielding pistols. So she's like, which she never got to do in this movie.
But in the next one,
she's like, I'll take two. And I was like, that's stupid, but I also totally fell for it and liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
Cool.
Tomb Raider, yeah, actually pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, video game movies. I feel like lately, they have been on like kind of like the increase.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll talk. Which one of these is going to be the masterpiece? We'll have to make a decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we got one more.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, this is what everyone's here for.
It's everyone's here for. It's Sonic the Hedgehog from Jeff Fowler 2020. Sonic, it was number one back in not too long ago.
Not better than Trolls World Tour, though.
Not better than Trolls World Tour, but there's no Trolls World Tour video game. Well, there might be, but
I hope so. Gotta play that.
Probably
Gotta
one
platinum that
3DS. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog. Did you watch it?
No, I just can't. I really can't. I was like, I'm gonna watch it. No, never mind.
I said I wasn't gonna watch it. I watched it this morning.
Oh,
because I was like, you know what? I have time. The show's not till 3.
Eek.
I guess I'll watch Sonic the Hedgehog. And
how was that?
Okay, let me try something. Maybe this won't work out, but give me like a line that you would expect to hear in like a kid's movie.
Watch out.
Okay, gotta give me a little bit more than that. I'm thinking they do say that. Because there's one line specifically that always comes to my mind when I think about kids' movies, and it happened in this movie, and when I saw it, I was like, fuck you, Sonic.
Okay, what is it? I don't know.
He's playing baseball with himself, and he goes, I got it, I got it, I got it, and he trips. I don't got it. If you do that these days, fuck you. That's so overplayed. Everybody does it. It's such a... Everybody does it. I got it, I got it. I don't got it. Oh, it's so stupid. I hate that line. It happens so much.
Oh, fart jokes. Is there a fart joke?
Yes, there is. And he's goes like, you might want to check your fur on that one, buddy.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's so gross.
It is gross.
Oh,
James Marsden says that.
that's gross.
Not to say that it's all bad. My favorite part of the movie was the opening credits. Actually, the opening splash before the movie even started, where it was the Sega, and they showed all the Sega games, and Kiryu was there, and it was like a cutscene from Yakuza 0.
Oh, nice.
And then it went Sega,
Sega.
and that was my favorite part. Jim Carrey was not bad.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
He's great in the trailer.
He was Robotnik. I really feel like he doesn't go full Robotnik until like actually the end, because he goes insane.
Big Robotnik
And
energy.
he gets the big mustache and he shaves his head, so he actually like totally looks like Robotnik, or Eggman, if you will. That's what Sonic calls him.
Eggman. You little Eggman.
Because his drones look like eggs. That's what Sonic says, at least.
Sonic.
It does give you a Quicksilver scene, which is good, because if you have a fast character, it's basically mandatory, where everything's slow-mo and he just kind of walks around and is like, oh, I'm gonna shove a pen in this dude's ass. Yeah, and I'm gonna put a bull's head on this woman.
My thing though, is that how it works?
No.
That's what I always said. I was like, that can't be how it works.
It works that way for the Flash, I think, because he's not fast. He has the Speed Force, which is different.
Okay.
Because he's not fast, I forget. It's something crazy, but it's also very overpowered. But I think Quicksilver is fast. So when Quicksilver runs, like, things around him get destroyed, and he can just like touch someone and they'll like, blast away because he's going super fast. Sonic, they say he's just going fast, but it has to be some kind of weird power, because he'll punch people in the face in slow motion and they'll just be like, ow. He's not very strong. He is like a teenager, I guess, in this. He's a tween, maybe.
A tween
Sonic. What's the other line? Oh, damn it, I forget it now. Oh, it's you're not gonna regret this, and then the other person says something like, I already do, or I think I will. Like, that happens.
I'm gonna regret this.
Right, exactly. Or I'm regretting this, when they cut to the next scene. I hate it. So bad.
So good.
So good. It is, I don't know, there is a heartfelt story in it somewhere, I think, because it's about how James Marsden character wants to leave his hometown of Green Hills, Montana, to go to San Francisco to get a better job as a police officer. And Sonic's like, dude, my home got fucking nuked, and you want to leave yours? Like, you're kind of a dick, or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, Sonic's not right, but he's not wrong, I guess, in certain ways. But James Marsden should be able to get a better life if he wants.
Yeah.
Like, that's his right to do that, but whatever. Dr. Robotnik almost gets shot in the head with a gun.
Whoa, that'd been crazy. Just like at the end of the movie, just insane.
But seriously, his head is right here, and the bullet goes, like, right here. And it's from a gun. And it's just like, oh, interesting.
Jeez.
That's really close. And then at the end, Robotnik goes to Mushroom World.
He doesn't die?
No, he goes to Mushroom World. Oh. And then Tails comes out, and he's like, I'm going to find him. And then Shadow comes out. And he's like, where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Does he really say damn?
No. Pikachu says hell and damn in Detective Pikachu. Yeah.
Naughty.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, I remember your fucking mom. She was a bitch. She was a bitch at you.
Bitch at you.
No, but Tails does show up. Shadow does not show up, sadly. I wish he did.
That'd be cool.
Because Shadow uses guns, so they could just give him a Glock, and it would be canon.
Give him the Glock.
They could.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool. Maybe in Sonic 3. Metal Sonic could show up at some point. I like Metal Sonic.
I don't know anything about Sonic.
You never played any Sonic?
Nope.
Not even Sonic Mania?
Nope.
That one was free for a little bit, I think. Just slept on it. That's fair. Sonic the Hedgehog, he flosses twice.
Oh, jeez. This movie was 2020.
Yeah, it was.
It's the same year. It feels like forever ago.
He does. He flosses twice. The first time I was like, oh, okay. The second time I was like, twice? He does it twice? Whatever. Honestly, my biggest problem with this movie is actually that Sonic is too annoying. There's points where I'm just like, okay, Sonic, stop. You've gone too far.
You've gone too far.
You need to calm down.
Interesting.
I get that he's a kid, but still, grow up. Eat a chili dog, you bitch.
Grow up.
a lot of fun. You know, I'm sure if you like Sonic, though, there's a ton of fun sound cues from the games, visual like references and stuff like that. He lives in Green Hills, Montana, and I think the first level of Sonic is Green Hill Zone.
Oh,
You know,
nice.
so stuff like that. So if you're a Sonic fan, there's definitely plenty in there
Easter eggs.
to be like, oh, hey, that's cool. That's the thing. That's the sound effect when you do the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. I don't even. I've only played like 2 Sonic games, and I noticed them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure real fans would be psyched about it. But yeah, that's all I have to really say about Sonic the Hedgehog. Not as good as I was led to believe, I'll say.
Damn,
Damn.
Daniel.
Damn. That's my Shadow impression.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll through some of these to come, and let me know what you think. We got Monster Hunter. That's a brand new.
Yeah, from Paul
Never
W.
before
Sanderson
had a-
with, I didn't talk about the Resident Evil movies. That's just because there's too much, and I would need more time.
That's fine.
But I like them. It sucks that they fucked over their stunt people so many times, and that's really shitty. It makes me not want to support them anymore. So I can't really tell you to go watch them, but I can tell you them. Before I knew that information, I liked it.
Okay. Well, and then we also have a Mortal Kombat movie
Yeah, but that one is still TBD.
directed by
yeah.
Simon McQuoid.
Still a ways off.
Interesting. Uncharted. We all know about that.
I'll know about that.
We got Resident Evil reboot,
Yeah, there's new Resident Evil movies coming out that
What's up
they're
with
trying
this?
out.
Um,
They're- it's
written
just-
and directed by Johannes Roberts.
yeah, it's just a new take on it.
Interesting.
And it's going to be actual video game characters like the animated ones, but real.
Cool. We got Sonic 2,
Yes,
obviously.
with Tails and hopefully Amy and Vector.
Borderlands
And
is getting a
Cream.
movie.
We knew about that. Kate Winslet
That's
as
interesting.
the Firehawk.
Right.
Lilith.
Crossfire? I don't know what Crossfire
Crossfire.
is.
Isn't that a mobile game?
I don't know. Crossfire. Never heard of it.
Or is
We-
it that car game? That might be that Mad Max game where it's like cars with turrets and it's like a arena battler, maybe.
No, that's Cross Out.
Damn.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That game's fun.
It is fun.
Anyway, Detective Pikachu sequel. Cool.
Interesting.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, we knew about that one.
Gears of War.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Just Cause.
I mean, okay, are they going to commit to the, adding rockets onto cows and just watching them fly around?
That'd be great,
That
wouldn't
would
it?
be great.
I don't know. That could be cool, maybe. It's Universal. Just Dance. I can't wait for the Just Dance movie. It was so good. In the emoji movie, the Just
Yeah.
Dance part in the emoji movie was so good, they had to make a whole movie.
So great. Maybe if it was like a documentary, it might be good.
what is the Just Dance movie going to be about?
It's about one of the dancing people who is like, I'm tired of doing the dances, and they stop one time, and the guy doing it is like, yo, you can't stop the dance. You got to keep going, or else the game maker will delete you. All right, that's
good.
the Just Dance movie.
All right, I like it. We got Mega Man from Netflix?
I think that's the one that's gonna be all animated. It's gonna be like the.
Interesting.
I think so.
Okay.
We might have a poster for that one already.
Metal Gear Solid? That could be
Oh
cool.
wow, is it from Hideo Kojima? Because I know he talked about it for a long time, but I didn't know this was like.
I don't see. It doesn't have anything on it.
Jeez, because I know that for a long time he's wanted to get into it, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not.
Interesting.
Also, he doesn't work for Konami anymore, so I don't know how that works.
All right. I don't know, but there it is. Everything's TBA.
Right. So
We get
I
the
don't think that's
Minecraft movie.
real. Yes, dude, can't wait.
That, I mean, is that going to be animated or are we going to have live action?
Who would you cast as Minecraft Steve? Who do you cast?
Hold on, let me get a good look at him. There he is.
What is there to look at? He's a weird, gross
With his diamond pick.
with his diamond pick. I would cast Jacksepticeye as Minecraft Steve.
PewDiePie.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, PewDiePie. But he's blonde, isn't he?
You know who would be better? Markiplier.
Markiplier, sure.
Markiplier is Minecraft Steve. Let's get it trending.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go.
Live action Minecraft movie. You know what? That'd be really interesting though if they actually pulled that off with like the blocks. If they made everything blocky, like if they took Markiplier's face and like CGI'd it, so it was like
That would be so.
What's his
disturbing.
catchphrase? What's Minecraft Steve's catchphrase? He goes like, "Gotta build."
No, you don't say nothing.
What do you mean?
You
Don't
just
you
make the
say?
sound of the eating, so it'd be like.
Okay. No, there was that Telltale game where they were like actually characters and they spoke and stuff. There was that Telltale game where it was like a choose your own adventure.
right. I never.
And they actually spoke because it was like Patton Oswalt, I think, who voiced it.
Okay, I don't know anything about that.
What would the Minecraft movie be?
He starts off at the beginning and he's got to get to the Ender Dragon,
And that's it?
and
It's
win.
just going to the end, like alone, just in silence. Just
I would so watch that just, and then every now and then just like a zombie noise and a skeleton.
I don't know about that.
You could talk to villagers, and they'd walk up. You could have like really famous people as villagers.
Brad
and
Pitt just
they
shows
come
up.
up, and Brad Pitt's just like,
Johnny Depp just goes out, he punches him. Oh man.
wow, make this happen. I'm excited for this.
Yeah,
Whatever,
man.
I don't even know.
But there's a Mario movie I know. Is that on there?
A new one?
Yeah, they're making it animated. I think Illumination's doing it.
I don't see it
The
on here.
Despicable Me people.
Yeah, I don't see it on here anywhere.
Well, that is happening. I know that for a fact. My sources tell me so.
Oh, here it is. It's
Ah.
in the animated section.
Wait. In the animated section.
Wait, and Minecraft isn't. Oh. Wait, but Sonic was
But Sonic's live action and.
right. So
So it's Minecraft Steve comes to real life? And James Marston and Minecraft Steve are having an adventure?
I'm so excited. Bring me the Minecraft movie with Markiplier.
Okay, maybe it'll be like more like Monster Hunter, where Mila Jovovich has an AK-47 and goes into Minecraft, and she's got to defeat the Ender Dragon.
That would be fantastic.
Maybe.
Wow. Okay. We have a couple more.
Yeah, let's go.
We got Space Invaders film. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Saints Row.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it okay? But is it Saints Row 1 and 2, or is it
Untitled Saints Row film?
because Saints Row 1 and 2 are like GTA? The other ones are like use a dildo to kill the president.
Yes. They're so funny. I hope they do like a Saints Row 3 or 4.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
That's all I would do in that game. I would just be naked and I'd have a huge dildo, and I just run around and just beat the shit out of people.
Yeah. I mean, get Nick Cage for that one for sure. He could be Johnny Gat with the glasses. He'd be like, "I'm out of hell, fucker."
Please. Tomb Raider 2.
Sweet.
That'll be cool.
And she's got 2 guns.
Yeah. Werewolves Within?
I've never heard of that.
Werewolves Within is an upcoming American horror comedy film directed by Josh Rubin from a screenplay by Mishna Wolf. It is based upon the video game of the same name.
Never heard of that.
Neither have I.
Do you want to look it up? Werewolves Within. It sounds like it's about werewolves
Wolves Within.
that are within.
Within.
But within what? Anything? Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
I
I hate their logo. It's so gross.
What is
What is this?
Oh, what?
Oh, jeez. It's like a...
Oh, it's weird.
Yeah, it's not what I looked at. It looks like Wizard 101. Literally.
What?
Role-playing game?
I don't know how to explain this. Just if you're watching and you're interested, just look up.
You could be a werewolf,
Within.
a villager, a watcher. Is it like Secret Hitler or something? Maybe. I don't know. It looks strange.
I don't know.
I don't know how you make a movie about it either. I don't know.
Players utilize specific roles and abilities and the power of persuasion to assess, deduce, and win the round.
Yeah, it's like Secret Hitler, sounds like.
It's a fast-paced game of hidden roles.
Where somebody's a werewolf and you have to try to figure out who the werewolf is.
So it's like Among Us.
Sure, but I think it's more Hitler-y.
Okay.
Secret Hitler, like the game.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any other more video game movies?
There's like one more.
Okay.
Untitled Yakuza film. Which we were talking about.
Animated? I guess?
No.
Oh,
It's in
in the real one.
normal. Yeah.
That's
not
cool.
animated.
I mean, I just said that. I don't think you can do a Kiryu one, but...
It's all TB. It doesn't even have a what's it called? A studio.
If they want to try, I mean, the games already have huge stories. They're super long, and they take a while. So just
Yeah.
they're basically like watching a movie. Who cares? They're
Well,
just
I don't
nice
know.
crime dramas, you know.
Interesting.
Or
I
Judgment.
don't know.
That was like a spinoff. That was good.
Just give me the Minecraft movie, and I'm ready to rumble.
Markiplier.
With Markiplier and Brad Pitt as
Aw.
head villager.
Oh, he's a blacksmith. Oh,
Fantastic.
but who would you cast as Creeper?
Creeper. Well, it would just be
Kevin
a bunch of
Spacey.
makeup. So
Oh.
so Doug Jones.
Doug Jones.
No, he's Enderman. He's Enderman.
Doug Jones has to be Enderman.
Yo,
That's the perfect casting.
Doug Jones as Enderman is literally
Yeah.
perfection cast.
and he just does blackface. Doug
Okay.
Jones, I'm sorry. I respect you so much, dude.
Yeah, we love you, Doug Jones. Okay,
That's it.
that's it.
That is it.
Wow, that was fun.
That was fun, especially near the end there. We got a little wild. That's okay, but
You know what time it
you know
is.
what time it is, Marilyn? What time is it, girl? Why do we pay her? She makes more than I do. It's time for the reviews of the week, right?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
cool.
It is. It is.
Why don't you go first? Because I got multiple, which is kind of like cheating.
Okay. Mine's really short.
Sure, yeah, no problem here. We got a long.
It's a big giveaway too, unfortunately.
That's sad.
1 out of 10.
Okay.
No Bidoof. Bidoof is not in this movie. That is a yikes for me, Chief.
That is Sonic the Hedgehog. Detective Pikachu. That's too bad. I get it.
There's no Bidoof.
My favorite Pokemon actually is Golduck, which is Psyduck's evolution.
Right.
I was hoping that Psyduck was going to evolve, turn to Golduck, wreck some shit. Never happened. He just
Does anyone evolve in the movie?
Yes, Magikarp.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Right? So I got 3, and they get progressively worse. That's why I wanted to read these 3. But they're all from different people.
Okay.
One's March 13th, one's 15th, and one's April 5th. So there you go. Sadly, just 1 star. I liked the movie. Unfortunately, Sonic did the Fortnite dance, which ruined the movie for me. That's 1. And then we get to
Sonic did the Fortnite dance.
Then here's the second one, and it gets a little 1 out of 10. Promote deadly games. Sonic was zipped in the bag. There's a point, they zip him in the bag to hide him, right? Sonic was zipped in the bag and was screaming, "I can't breathe." Creator thought it's funny, but it's actually deadly games. Some people and kids died from being zipped in the bag/case. I also don't like diversity and restaurant advertisement in this movie. I would not recommend it. Okay.
Restaurant advertisement? I don't like the restaurant advertisement.
Because he gets a Olive Garden gift card at the end. He's like,
Oh.
"Thanks for saving America. Here's the Olive Garden gift card."
I hate that.
Also, they reference Fast and Furious in it. Sonic's driving the car, and he's like, "This is my first time driving a car. I feel like Vin Diesel. It's all about family, Tom." That's what he says.
That's a good
That
joke.
is a good joke. And just to be clear, James Marsden, the lead, has a black wife in this movie.
Okay.
And this review says 1 out of 10. So politically correct. I was just anxious to see this movie with my kids. Luckily, a friend of mine told me the content, so there will be no showing to the kids. I'd rather show them XXX movies than desensitizing them to whom they should socialize, date, or marry.
Whoa! Bruh.
Mr. Patras, April 5th, 2020. I hope you're feeling better, friend.
That is really bad.
And she doesn't even have that much screen time. Like, she's not a huge part of the movie. But they'd rather show him some Sonic X Elise, fan art than watch this
Than a
movie
black
because
person.
he has a black wife. Well, that's
What a piece of shit.
one way to write a
being.
review about a kids movie, Sonic.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's a wow.
Speechless.
That's a bro moment.
I just reading them because I was like, oh, some of these are kind of funny, and then you get to one like that, and you're just like, well, this needs to be addressed.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Not a true Sonic fan, for sure.
Definitely not.
Definitely not a true Sonic fan.
Faker.
Faker, poser. That leaves us to emails.
The emails.
The emails.
Did you
That
know?
was like the Mortal Kombat song.
that you could email us, me and you. Someone could send an email to me and you
Yeah.
at thestaglerpod@gmail.com.
True.
Isn't that crazy?
Story. That is true story.
I mean,
Like that meme. Remember the old meme?
so yeah, thestaglerpod@gmail.com. Send us an email with a question.
We
Send
got
us
an email coming in that says, "Hey guys, now that the okay, I guess we're talking about this. Hey guys, now that the election is mostly behind us, I think taking a more lighthearted approach to politics would be healthy for us all. That being said, out of all the fictional characters you can think of from any medium, who would you like to see most as president? Not necessarily who you think would be best, but who you think would be most interesting, or someone completely crazy, whatever's most fun. Thanks." Tom Mason.
I was about to say Tom Mason
From
as
Falling
president.
Skies as president of the United States. Second choice, Godzilla. Godzilla would be a very our defense our army would probably be amazing because he would just
be the army.
be the army.
He would be the army.
That'd be great. He could eat nukes, wouldn't even care.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that,
that's a good plan.
Presidents. Like if I try to think of a real, I'm gonna try to think of a real like.
I got one.
Okay, who is it?
There's this movie called Lincoln,
Okay.
and the main character is this guy named Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
I think he would probably be really good.
See, I watched this movie called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And that guy is like that guy, but he can also kill vampires. So I feel like mine would probably be the better choice.
Maybe that one's better.
Between the two. But yours is good as well. I like that too.
Okay.
I watched this movie called Vice.
Oh, yeah.
There's this guy, Dick Cheney. Man.
He'd be so good. He'd be so good. Okay, hold up. Let's think for a
Hold
second.
up.
From
He says, from any medium would you like to see as president? So even books. Just a fictional character. From any fiction, I suppose. At all. I'm probably going to stick to movies and video games, but it's still hard. Master Chief. There you go. We talked about him.
I
So
feel like
he's
he'd
in
be
my mind.
terrible.
He probably would. He probably wouldn't be very... I mean, he barely talks, the guy. And he wouldn't take the helmet off, I bet. Isabella from Animal Crossing. Little dog. She'd be good.
Okay.
She's like the mayor's assistant. It's basically being president.
Who's a good leader
Alex.
other than Tom Mason?
Alex. The girl from Minecraft. The redhead.
Oh,
I think her name's Alex.
okay. This is a tough one.
This is a tough question because when you actually take in, like, who would you actually vote for and you think about fictional characters, it's like, well, I don't know. John
Cena?
Well, he's a real person, so I don't know if that counts.
Okay. We'll skip that one then.
We'll skip that. Fred? He's not real. Fred's dad.
Fred's dad.
It's John Cena.
Oh. Oh, right, right. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? This is very tough.
Captain America? That seems like an obvious choice.
Aloy?
Really? A focus doesn't mean much. We basically have focuses on us right now. If you had a Google Glass, it's basically a focus.
Google Glass.
This is tough, though, to think of actual real
Maybe
one.
not Aloy then. Fine.
I would sooner pick Zavala.
That's Commander Zavala. Actually, Ikora.
You think Ikora? Yeah, Ikora would be good.
Ikora from Destiny.
Not a
I
bad
think
pick.
she would be a great president.
Yeah, Zavala could be, like, stay in the army territory,
Yeah,
the military.
Whatever. He'd be
Secretary of Defense.
General
something
or
like that.
whatever the name.
Yeah, it could be anything. But Ikora probably, she's diplomatic.
I like very,
So I think
very
she'd be
for the
good.
people.
She's measured in everything she does. She can turn Mars to glass.
Yeah, she can. She is an absolute fucking savage. She could destroy any foe.
Ikora Ray. It's pretty
Ikora
good.
Ray's
Choice. That's
cool.
like legitimately.
That is a good choice.
A good
She would be a
choice.
good president.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay,
That was good.
cool.
When you said Zavala, you got me thinking about Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ikora's a good one. She's the best from the Destiny universe.
There we go. Ikora or Godzilla. Basically your two choices.
Whatever you want. You
Whatever you
choose.
want.
You vote. I'll put a poll on Twitter.
Ikora or Godzilla.
I'm sure like 7 people will vote on it.
That's generous.
But we'll vote You know what? I'll do it right now.
Sure, live.
Here we go.
While you're doing that, I'll talk about next episode.
Okay.
We haven't had enough yet. Not yet. We are going to be talking about video games. This is a show that Nick really wanted to do, and I caved. And I said, you know what? Well, I guess we'll have an episode that's not about movies at all, and we'll talk about video games, specifically PS4 games, just some that we'd want to talk about. I guess our favorites, but not necessarily, just because the new generation's happening. So we might as well venture back in the past and see what was up with the PS4, what we played. I mean, at least the era, at least the years of the PS4, even if we don't just stay on PS4 games specifically. Just that era, that generation, if we talk about PC things. So, yeah, that'll be next episode. And, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll do a part 2 if we ever get far enough into, like, PS5 or something. Or just retro games, maybe. We could do it once a year, maybe, of just have one video game thing, because it is something that interests us both.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's about it.
Yeah,
next episode, expect that.
Video game time. Let's go.
The true gamer hours.
Hopefully I'll have a PS5 by then.
Hopefully you will. Have you checked it recently?
We'll do it right now. Hold on. Let me tweet. Who are you
Sure,
voting
tweet.
for to lead this nation? Ikora Ray or Godzilla? Tweet sent.
Tweet sent. It's
We're
live.
refreshing the PlayStation Direct page.
I hope you get it. That'd be so great for you to get it
Jeez, man.
on.
Jeez. No, they don't want it. They're saying they're out of stock. I know.
Well, it's not
that's
6
bullshit.
o'clock yet, but at 6 o'clock, you should definitely try again. But guys, guys,
No luck. No luck, guys.
no luck. That's
Man.
gonna do it
Maybe someday.
for this episode of the Stagler today. I had a great time. I think
Me too.
this was a good episode. I had fun. Next time we'll have just as much fun, I'm sure. Next time will be
Yeah.
interesting. Please let us know what you think about the next one, because it'll be a bit different going into it. Not used to critiquing video games based on gameplay and like graphics and stuff like that's kind of new territory for me a little bit, and I'm sure it is for you to some extent. So it'll be interesting just to see how we handle that, and if we can be just like that Jason guy, Jason Schreier. He's like a video game reviewer or something,
Nice.
journalist.
Cool.
I don't know, but we'll see. But for now, guys,
Thanks for watching.
thanks for watching, and we'll.
Semper Fi.
You gonna,
Motherfucker.
there we go.